High school football. I'm Tim Peterson. And speaking of nearly perfect, the Harris Lake Park Wolves tonight take on a very good squad. And next to me is Mitch Kieran. And Mitch, Harris Lake Park's going to have to play nearly perfect to beat the squad.
Yeah, for Remsen St. Mary's coming in tonight ranked number 2, that's obviously no easy task, but you can expect a lot of fireworks when these two teams square off again, like we saw last year. A pair of high, potent offenses, both led by now senior quarterbacks for Remsen St. Mary's, Blaine Harpanaugh, scoring 50 touchdowns last year, and for Harris Lake Park, Bubba Sohn scoring 38 total. So the numbers don't lie. We could be in for a big matchup tonight, and I, for one, am very excited for it.
It's been fun watching these two seniors. They're both play multiple sports, but you see them on the basketball court, you see them under center on the football field, and both competed against each other for who knows how long now, 17, 18 years, I would guess, since they were born.
And it's actually adds up. They're both seniors as well, and last year they didn't disappoint. 6 total touchdowns, 4 through the air, 2 on the ground for Harpanaugh, so we're expecting another big game for the Hawks quarterback, but also for the Wolves. 4 touchdowns to the air for Bubba Sohn, but Remsen St. Mary's picking up an impressive victory last week over River Valley for Harris Lake Park. They ran into a very well put together Newell Fonda team, so they're looking to bounce back in. It is senior night at that, so it's just the stakes are high for the home opener for the Wolves.
Every one of the seniors for the Wolves is starting tonight, and should be a good game against two teams that look very similar, and I only say that because they're both blue and white.
Well, for one, I for one can't wait to get started. I was able to catch up with both of these coaches to preview tonight's matchup, and without a doubt, there's a lot of mutual respect, but I think we're in for potentially another big matchup tonight between these two teams.
Let's get to those interviews that you did with them. It's time for tonight's pregame show, and it's brought to you by Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake, online at lakeshealth.org.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
Talking now with Lane Gundersen, head coach of the Harris Lake Park Wolves football team on the pregame show. Coach, thank you very much for your time.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
And, well, Coach, a bit of a tough schedule to start off this year. You ran into a well-put-together Newell Fonda team in week number 1, losing that one 54-7. What were some of your takeaways from the first game this season?
We struggled in that first game. There's no way to sugarcoat that at all. Newell Fonda is an excellent team. They're well-coached, and they just beat us in every area of the game. You just have to take your hat off to them, and we have to get a lot better. I have to coach better, and we have to play harder, and we're looking forward to getting an opportunity to play again and kind of redeem ourselves from that.
And without a doubt, you still got high hopes for this team following an 8-2 season in 2019. You still got returning quarterback Bubba Sohn and running back Lucas Gundersen leading the way for the Wolves this year. What's kind of the end goal for this season?
I think the end goal is to be playing our best at the end of the season. We've got a decent amount of experience back, but we have several guys that are playing in new spots and haven't played much varsity football. So that first game kind of was a wake-up call for a few of them that we have to be a lot better. But I think that our ceiling is high as far as the potential we have. We have some really explosive guys that just because we didn't have enough time to find them the other night, we didn't really get to showcase that at all. So hopefully this week we'll kind of take care of some of those problems, have a little bit better chance to show just how explosive we can be, and defensively we just have to make sure we're a lot better on the backside on cutback plays and just making sure we're all doing our jobs and not trying to do anybody else's.
And very good on that front, Coach. And you got the number 2 team ranked in 8-man coming this Friday in Remsen St. Mary's. It always looks like a great matchup between the Hawks and the Wolves. So what's kind of the game plan heading into this Friday's matchup?
Well, it's going to be a huge challenge. They really have a ton of skilled players that are back, that are, they're experienced and solid. We have to limit their big plays. That is important, and contain their quarterback. He really does a great job of extending plays and making big plays out of ones that you might think were going to be a loss. So he's a real big key, but he's certainly not the only key. They have all kinds of skilled guys. And then defensively, we have to keep them off balance a little bit. We have to for surely be able to run the ball better than we did last week and protect Bubba better. And then, like I said before, we need to spread the ball around and get our playmakers the ball in space so they can show what they can do.
All right, very good, Coach. It's always a fun matchup between Harris Lake Park and Remsen St. Mary's. We're looking forward to calling the action, and we wish you the best of luck, Coach. Thank you very much for your time.
You bet. Thank you very much for talking to me, and we appreciate any time you guys cover us.
That was Lane Gundersen, head coach of the Harris Lake Park Wolves football team. Coming up next, we'll get a preview of the matchup with Remsen St. Mary's head coach Tim Osterman right after this.
Farmers and ranchers take on so much risk. They have so many things out of their control. They want somebody to be there for them. They want the ability to take care of them when they're in need.
They see the value in what they're doing to rural agriculture. The support they have, the product they have, it's just first class. If you want to put it this way, I bleed green.
For C&B, we've always been about growth the right way. We got to be there with high integrity and have people know they can trust that we're behind them for the long term.
Talking now in the pregame show with Tim Osterman, head football coach of Remsen St. Mary's, the number 2 ranked football team in Class 8-man. Coach, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Mitch. Thanks for having us.
All right, Coach. Well, you're in your first year as head coach of the Hawks, taking over a team that was star-studded in 2019, went all the way to the state semifinals. So far, how has the transition been for you taking over the Hawks?
It's been a kind of a nice little transition that we've been able to retain a lot of our offensive production from last year. And defensively, I think that's been a little bit of a different transition. Our former head coach, Zach Arnold, ran that, and he knew all the ins and outs of that defense. And so we hired Jerome Holmes, who was the defensive coordinator at MMC when they had their nice little run from 2012 to 2016. He runs a really similar style of defense that Coach Arnold does, and so it's been nice to transition that way. But as the head coach, you have to understand things a little bit even deeper about what the premise of the defense is and where you're going with it and why you do certain things. So I think that's probably been my biggest leap, is right there on that defensive side of the ball, is understanding that defense fully and where we're trying to get with it. So, and it's tough to replace, Skylar Walshman as a defensive end, as productive as he was last year, and that's to say nothing of the school record holder in tackles and Noah Schrader as far as trying to replace him. As far as just pure production, those two are pretty outstanding. So for us, trying to find guys that can do those things and get the guys to do what they're supposed to be doing as far as their role, I think that's been our biggest challenge. And we're coming around. We're finding some players that can do those things, and we're excited.
And so far, Coach, you are off to a good start. You enter this week 1-0 after picking up a 56-20 win over River Valley this past Friday. What were some of your takeaways from week 1?
I certainly, hats off to River Valley. I think they came and they were flying around on defense early on, and we were able to just pick apart a little bit of their defense, just enough for us to get a few early scores on them. They really exposed defensively where our defensive ends need to be as far as rushing a quarterback that is mobile. So I think that's where we've needed to make a big leap here in this first week, is how we rush a passer and how we can try to keep them in the pocket. Offensively, I think a lot of things worked for us, and I think we're still learning, how to put our offense all together and what all of our pieces can do. So I think we missed a few passes early on that maybe we wish we would have had back, and some run blocking assignments that, of course, in week 1 don't always look great. We looked like a team that wanted to play on Friday night, and it really showed in the box score, I think.
Well, very good there, as well as your quarterback, Blaine Harpin, now doing a good job leading the way on offense, picking up 4 total touchdowns, as well as 100 yards each, both on the ground and through the air. Tell me what it's been like coaching the senior Harpin.
Blaine's kind of he's such a good athlete in so many different respects, so it feels like you can just about put anything out there in front of him, and he's going to be able to execute it. And if the play doesn't work quite right, he has the ability to just kind of make something happen. And he's got a lot of good running mates that work with him here that he's able to kind of generate plays with and generate offense. But certainly his speed and his arm strength are things that are pretty awesome to work with, and you can really make a lot of things work on offense as far as you can develop a really good passing game, and then you can develop a really good running game with him kind of being at the center of that. And his ability to throw the ball downfield to really good wide receivers that are fast makes it really difficult on a defense as well. So his ability to be a great leader for our team, his ability to execute in key situations has been, really awesome to kind of walk into your first year and have that. And so hopefully we can kind of learn from each other, and I can learn how to coach the next quarterbacks based off of his model.
Well, very good. And, Coach, you're on the road this Friday at Harris Lake Park. Tell me what you know about the Wolves and what the game plan is Friday night.
I'm from Sibley, Iowa originally, so I know Coach Gundersen and I know Coach Sohn. And for me, I've kind of known that school, and I have a tremendous amount of respect for that team and for that program and how they put themselves together. And they always give us a really good fight. So, I mean, from what I see on film, they're always well coached. It always kind of feels like it's a shell game. You think you're stopping one thing, and they're just setting up another thing, and it's always fun to, well, maybe not coaching against it, but watching it on film, seeing how they integrate different plays and get into different looks and set up teams. So, and defensively, it's, they fly around and they force you to make plays, and they force you to block them for a long time. I mean, they get off blocks and they get upfield and they make plays. So, from what I see on Harris Lake Park, it's not going to be an easy game. We got our work cut out for us, and we're going to have to really play hard on Friday to come out with the W.
Well, coming off a big year like you guys had last year, Coach, ranked number 2 in 8-man football. It should be high hopes again for the 2020 campaign. It should be a great matchup this Friday. We're very happy to be a part of it. And, Coach, until then, best of luck, and thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thanks, Mitch. Thanks again for having us.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Lake Park getting ready for the Harris Lake Park Wolves and the Remsen St. Mary's football game to get started. It is 8-man football. The rosters are a little smaller than what you're used to if you haven't seen 8-man. The football field is only 80 yards long. Midfield is the 40-yard line. The Remsen St. Mary's players were warming up, Mitch, down there, and we noticed that number 14 was missing down there. Number 14 is a big part of that squad. In fact, we already have talked about him and Blaine Harpenow.
Yeah.
He is out due to coming in close contact with the COVID, so taking all precautions. He is out, as well as Austin Jensen, another starter. So some changes for Remsen St. Mary's tonight may give them a little bit more of a challenge, or may just test their depth.
Well, for Harris Lake Park, they're still going to need to make tough plays early and often. They're going to need to apply pressure to this very talented football team. But we're going to talk a little bit more coming up here. National anthem coming up, but it's going to be kind of a new look Hawks we're going to see. Not entirely, but yeah, you bring up a good point. How much do you change your game plan?
It'll be fun to see. We'll be back with the starting lineups after the national anthem. We'll be back in 3 minutes here on Q102.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
J. Cox Implement in Lake Park, your Case IH, Can-Am, Bobcat, Ferris, and Cub Cadet Mower headquarters of Northwest Iowa, is a proud supporter of Harris Lake Park Sports. Come on in for a test drive. J. Cox Implement of Lake Park, in stock and ready to rock.
Farmers and ranchers take on so much risk. They have so many things out of their control. They want somebody to be there for them. They want the ability to take care of them when they're in need.
They see the value in what they're doing to rural agriculture. The support they have, the product they have, it's just first class. If you want to put it this way, I bleed green.
For C&B, we've always been about growth the right way. We got to be there with high integrity and have people know they can trust that we're behind them for the long term.
The Savings Bank is proud to be your full-service banking location in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park, and offer a warm welcome to all individuals, businesses, and farmers. Savings Bank is a proud supporter of our local students and all their activities. Stop by and experience what quality, friendly, and trustworthy hometown banking is all about. Savings Bank, member FDIC.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold's Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold's Park.
Northwest Bank is top notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames in the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Picked up and coming up the near sidelines, not a lot of room to run, as getting upended was the return of Lucas Gundersen. Boy, I'm all jazzed up for this game. I just got some terrible news. A class of 86 of Remsen St. Mary's, Tim Schmidt, has passed away. So sad news for the people of Remsen St. Mary's. I actually knew Tim. He was a great guy. 11:54. Just underway. Bubba Sohn on the shotgun, pump fakes, and now throws it deep right, long down the sideline to midfield and go through the hands. He had it and dropped it. Tice Gundersen, the sophomore, couldn't hang on. And let's get to the starting lineups. We'll start with Harris Lake Park offense as they start with the football and they look at a 2nd and 10.
All right, under center we got quarterback Bubba Sohn, tailback Lucas Gundersen. Split out, we have Tate Gilmore, Dylan Meyer, and Tice Gundersen. And left to right on the offensive line, Tyler Jerva, Jackson Hikins, and Austin Gilmore.
We'll get to Remsen starters here in a second. Shotgun snap given off right in the backfield and dropped right there. Loss of yards. Remsen St. Mary's in that backfield quickly. Brendan Fish, one of the ones right back in there. The room for, I believe, a loss of a yard or two. It'll bring up 3rd and long. Bubba comes to the sidelines. He'll run the play in.
Yeah, Wesley Gallus plus Xavier Gauss starting defensive ends, and Jacob Britt at the nose tackle. Linebackers Jackson Bunkers, Brendan Fish, and Jeremy Coink.
A couple more to round out here in a second. Here's the quick screen from the shotgun in the backfield, and right there to drop it is number 33 for Remsen St. Mary's, and that's Xavier Gallus. And HLP does nothing on their first offensive possession. In fact, they lose 4 yards. Ends up being 4th and 14. Damian Brown-Miller, a safety out there for the Hawks. They're still missing one, but
I believe that's Levi Waldschmidt.
Okay. So it'll be a punt here, and the returner for Remsen St. Mary's, Brendan Fish, sits outside or just right at midfield at the 40. Here's the punt. It's a good high one. Fish backs up under the 38, drops the ball, and then picks it back up. He's across the 40 to the 35, and he'll be hit there and brought down. And Remsen St. Mary's will have their first offensive possession right there. Well, not only did we get surprised with a couple players for the Hawks being out, but they also got new jerseys just in today. So the rosters they handed out here at the game were all off. So we had a quick rundown in pregame there when the coaches were doing the interviews and try to get all the correct numbers. A little bit of a pregame scramble for us, but they're nice looking jerseys for the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks. They'll start with in the shotgun, 2 right, 2 left. And here's the snap. It's going to be Captain taken right back up the middle, and a nice scamper. Right around 10-yard run there for Jackson Bunkers, who gets the start here for Remsen St. Mary's. And let's get to their starting offense. Mitch, if you want to.
Tailback Jeremy Koenk, as you mentioned. Jackson Bunkers, the new quarterback, split out. We have a slot, Brendan Fish. Wide receivers, Damon Brown Miller, Ryan Willman, and Xavier Gallus. Wesley Gallus and Jacob Britt on the line.
Shotgun formation again. First-year coach Tim Osterman on the sidelines over there for the Hawks. Shotgun taken, real fake handoff, roll right, pass right, wide open, and touchdown Remsen St. Mary's. Damon Brown Miller, the senior, wide open by about 5 yards. The Wolves fell for the backfield play action. Left wide open as Brown Miller downfield, and 6-0 with 9:56 to go in the first quarter, and that offense for the Hawks just keeps rolling here.
Yeah, just a rollout pass from Bunkers, a real simple drawn-up play, but Brown Miller taking the top off that defense, and just an easy pass and catch. And the sophomore Jackson Bunkers leaving right where Harpinaugh left off with a passing touchdown to put the Hawks on the board first.
Jeremy Koenk in for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 7-0, Remsen St. Mary's scores on their first possession. Ayers Lake Park will get their second possession when we return in 1 minute here on Q102.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Let's just
boom, the kickoff, and the Wolves will return it short to about the 10-yard line. They'll start their second possession from there. 7-0, Remsen St. Mary's with a touchdown on their opening drive. Ayers Lake Park will have the ball now. Last time they lost 4 yards on their drive.
Yeah, it just was not the start they were hoping for. Obviously, they had a kickoff that really bounced into a coffin corner situation for Gundersen, so they just didn't really have the best field position to set up. They almost had a big home run pass from Sohn to Tice Gundersen, but again, no dice, so hopefully the Wolves can get things rolling here in their second drive.
Bubba takes the snap, looks left, throws right. It is through the hands of the intended receiver, Tate Gilmore, incomplete. Well, that's 2 drop passes here so far that Wolves more than likely should have had.
Yeah, we know Bubba Sohn can throw a good football. That time he had him jumping up a little high through it, but still right through the hands. So got to argue that's a catchable ball for Gilmore there.
Left to right, the Wolves in the shaded end of the football field. The other half, a little more sun over there. Here's the snap, shotgun, looks left, throws left, and it is short of the intended receiver Tice Gundersen. It'll be third down, and boy, HLP just having a hard time getting anything going here. They couldn't run the ball last time. They've had some missed opportunities on the passing here so far.
Yeah, that time he tried to check down to Tice Gundersen on an out route, and that ball this time underthrown. Gundersen couldn't come back for enough in time, and it skips in the grass for Sohn's third incompletion on the first 2 drives, so they're going to need a big play right here to get something going on offense.
Here we go, looking right. It's Sohn. He'll throw it over the middle, a high pass, and it's jumped and caught and taken down right away. Who was at number 9, Lucas Gundersen, the running back out of the backfield. So just a short gain on that completed pass, but finally some positive for the Wolves, but it still brings up 4th down. It'll be 4th and we'll say 9.
And that was a big play right there in the Harris Lake Park book. It's simple, just that halfback screen that's done wonders for them last year. This time it just gets eaten up pretty much at the line of scrimmage by Levi Waldschmidt coming up from the safety position.
Punt for Harris Lake Park, and they boom it to deep all the way down to the 25, and it bounces over the head of the returner all the way down to the 15. He'll pick it up there, and he'll start right, come back near side, and he gets hit there and dropped at the 20. Good job, good pursuit by Braden Perkins to get that tackle. Beautiful punt, good distance, and it will push Remsen St. Mary's Hawks back into their own end.
And now for the Harris Lake Park defense, they're going to need to find a way to put some pressure on Jackson Bunkers after the young quarterback got a nice run for 11 yards and a 25-yard touchdown to Brown on the last drive. As a freshman, he threw for 258 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions.
They're going to have to get to these Wolves starters pretty quick here, but this game's moving along rapidly so far, 7-0. Wolves trailing the Hawks. Hawks football, right to left. Here's the snap, direct snap, and wrapped up and dropped right away is Koink. The direct snap to the running back, Koink. Ended up maybe getting a yard on that. We'll give them 1 yard on that. 2nd and 9 from their own 21. And we'll start getting some starters here for the Wolves. Dylan Meyer, Tyler Jerva, and Jackson Hykins up front for the Wolves. That's their defensive line. Get to more here in a minute. Bunkers from the shotgun takes a snap, fakes to the man in motion, and gets dropped. Loss of a yard. There are 3 Wolves in there quickly. And we'll give one of the tacklers, we'll give a tackle to Dylan Meyer on that. He was with a couple others, but loss of a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and 10. Linebackers for the Wolves, Tate Gilmer, the junior, Tice Gundersen, the sophomore, and Lucas Gundersen, the senior. And safeties, Gavin Elser, the junior, and Bubba Sohn, the senior.
Hard count doesn't work. The Hawks going back to the sideline for a play on 3rd and 10.
Bunkers from the shotgun. 1 right, 2 left. Takes the snap, looking to pass, and he gets dropped in the backfield. A sack for Harris Lake Park. That was a high tackle, came in up high, and still was able to pull down Bunkers. It was Jackson Hykins, a 6'3", 193-pound defensive end for the sack.
And this drive, it was all Harris Lake Park's defensive line that time. We had Dylan Meyer cracking down on the line of scrimmage in first couple plays, and now Jackson Hykins with a big quarterback sack, dropping Bunkers for a big loss of about, let's call that 10 yards.
Yeah, right near 10 yards, if not 10. And then the punt is blocked, and the ball is loose at the 18. It's going to be scooped up by Remsen St. Mary's, but not even getting back to the 20-yard line was number 54 of Remsen, Jacob Britt. He's a lineman, but he picked up the blocked punt and tried to get something out of it. Harris Lake Park didn't look good on their offensive possessions so far, but now with a great field position, we'll look to get something in here quickly as they're on the 18. They mark it on the 18-yard line, so 1st and 10 for the Wolves from the 18. 6:38 to go first quarter. 7-0 Remsen St. Mary's, and a timeout on the field will give us a timeout as well. Back in 30 seconds here on Q102.
Savings Bank is proud to be your full-service banking location in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park, and offer a warm welcome to all individuals, businesses, and farmers. Savings Bank is a proud supporter of our local students and all their activities. Stop by and experience what quality, friendly, and trustworthy hometown banking is all about. Savings Bank, member FDIC.
J. Cox Implement in Lake Park, your Case IH, Can-Am, Bobcat, Ferris, and Cub Cadet Mower headquarters of Northwest Iowa, is a proud supporter of Harris Lake Park sports. Come on in for a test drive. J. Cox Implement of Lake Park, in stock and ready to rock.
Remsen St. Mary is leading Harris Lake Park, and these Wolves got to get hungry. And speaking of hungry, we were able to get a good pregame meal on us there.
Yeah.
My buddies, we call him Smoking Boy Boyd. He was able to make some steak sandwiches for us. We appreciated that before the game. He's
absolutely
right nearby here, so.
Got some grub, and now we're getting some football. Perfect Friday night for this Labor Day weekend.
Here we go. Wolves football left to right. The snap goes back to Sohn. He hands off to Gundersen, and he is twisted round, and down he goes. The flag is on the play, and it's going to be against the Wolves.
Now Gundersen went for a stiff arm here. We're going to get the official ruling on the penalty.
Well, they marked it 4 yards back. Loss of 4. Now they're going to put the penalty on top of this, I believe.
And that was coming in. Xavier Gauss making another big play for that senior defensive end for Remsen St. Mary's. Just no containment on that far side of the field. And Gundersen, he put up a valiant effort, but he just had no chance. And this penalty makes it first and pretty much a mile on a 80-yard field.
Further than I ran in a long time. Big penalty there against the Wolves. Trailing by 7 now. A long way to go for that first down. They run up to the line. They're at the 37-yard line of the Hawks. So in the shotgun, 1 right or 2 right, 1 left. They throw it to the right, and it is caught. Short gain, but a completed pass nonetheless. Completed to Tice Gundersen, the sophomore. Short gain. And it'll bring up second down. What do we got? 10, 11, 22, 23, 24. Well, second and long.
It's hard to count up here. They need to get all the way down to about the 9-yard line for Remsen St. Mary's. Looks like they got about
They got some work to do.
23 to go.
Sohn fakes the handoff in the backfield to keep it and run right. Good stiff arm, but hanging on to the shoestrings of Bubba Sohn was Levi Waldschmidt to bring him down. If he got anything, it's maybe a yard. We'll see where they mark it. Nope, no gain on the play.
And they had such beautiful field position after that blocked punt. First and goal to set up with, but again, a big tackle for loss, and then that penalty to march him back all the way to close to midfield, and they're chipping away now, but they need a big play to convert here on about 3rd and 23.
They do have a good kicker. If they can move the ball up a little bit further here, I think they might send him on. We'll see what happens. Sohn takes a snap, 2 left, 1 right, throws left, and his receiver broke route, and that ball goes to nobody over there on the far side of the field. It'll bring up 4th down.
Real just tough break right there. Sohn's going to go to the sideline. Looks like the rest of the offensive unit will stay on the field. And I think you said it best, broken route going on a fly. It looked to be Dylan Meyer. Looked like he might have thrown a comeback pass, but yeah, that was just tossed into no man's land right now. Sohn, 3 completions for 7 attempts I have him down for, and just 2 positive yardage.
Well, they keep the offense on the field. Sohn just went to get the play. He's in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to pass, looking right, pump fakes, not a lot of pressure. Running around the backfield, nobody coming in, looking deep, steps up in the pocket, now backs out and rolls to the left, waving somebody over, nobody there, escapes a couple tacklers, and finally gets brought down. And I think he lost the football, too. Football was out.
Lucas Gundersen fell on it.
It doesn't really matter. It's a turnover any which way. But that ends up being back at the 39-yard line of Remsen, so 8-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 now from the 39-yard line for Remsen St. Mary's, who lead at 7-0. 4:49 remaining first quarter. The snap. And a long, deep pass down the right sideline, and a catch is made into the end zone. We'll see where, no, they say he stepped out at the 7-yard line. So from a 39-yard line all the way down.
32 yards. And that's once again down to number 18, Damon Brownmiller.
Beautiful pass from Bunkers.
Yeah, he's got a nice ball thrown there.
When you got him throwing like that, you know, Harpenow, maybe he could take another week off.
Not a bad problem to have for Remsen St. Mary's right now, knocking on the door for their second score.
I line him up, stack 3 to the left. The snap comes back, and Bunkers will just keep it. He'll run up the middle and break it off to the left a little bit. He's pulled down. Not much running there as Gilmore. He gets to the tackle, pick up a few. We'll give him 1 yard line. We'll give him 1 on that. It looked like he did a little running there, but he he was in the shotgun, so it takes a few yards to make up to get back to that line.
It looked like he might have had a hole, but some Wolves filled it up very quickly. So good gap containment, but they're going to need a big defensive stand here on 2nd and goal.
From the 6, the snap, and it's a keeper again up the middle and right in the backfield and getting a quick tackle once again is Lucas Gundersen, the linebacker, shooting in there. No gain again. After that first drive by the Hawks, the Wolves defense has really stepped up.
Just needs 6 yards to get back into the end zone, so an interesting play here for the Hawks.
2 left, 1 right. The receiver on the right is Brown Miller. Bunkers throws it over the middle. Brown Miller slicing in, and he is in for the score. Ran a quick slant across the middle. Hit perfectly by Bunkers, and it's 13-0.
Well, that was just an easy play drawn up right there. Just a quick slant, such a clean route ran, and Bunkers put it right on the money. Brown Miller makes a nice basket catch. He got hit right on the end zone painted line, and looks like he was just over. So another touchdown through the air for Remsen St. Mary's, and they'll try to kick the PAT once again with Coinks, the tailback.
Coink steps back, waiting for the snap. There's a snap. Placed down, good. Kick up, and it is good. 14-0, Remsen St. Mary's leading here at Lake Park here in the first quarter. 3:22 to go. It'll be HLP football when we return here in 1 minute on Q102.
Hot Bar and Grill in Arnold's Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold's Park.
Northwest Bank is top notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
They lead at 14-0. I'm Tim Peterson. He's Mitch Kieran. And the Wolves defense, after that first drive for Remsen St. Mary's, seemed to do better. But a couple big plays, or one especially on that last drive for Remsen, got them right down to that goal line, and they were able to punch it in and take that 14-0 lead.
Yeah, for the second drive and 3 attempts, Bunkers and Brown Miller were able to take the top off the Harris Lake Park secondary, and once again, a big 32-yard pass really set up that entire scoring drive that time, which ended in a 6-yard touchdown pass once again from Bunkers to Brown Miller. They've hooked up perfectly 3 for 3 already. I'll get my bearings straight here. And I believe that is about 63 total yards through the air between those two.
Well, you see Harpenau's out of the lineup, you think, all right, things might be better for us. Boy, they haven't missed a beat over there. Remsen St. Mary's. Coink to kick off, and boom, line drive, kick down the middle of the field, and it's going to be picked up at the 2 by Jerva. Or, excuse me, that's Gilmore. He runs it up to the near side, and he's going to be twisted and thrown out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. Xavier Gallus with the tackle. They put it right at the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Harris Lake Park. They trail 14-0. They really need to get their offense moving here and need a big play. They need something to happen. In 8-man football, big plays seem to be key.
That's the story of this first quarter so far, Tim, but that's going in favor of the Hawks.
One block punt is a big play that the Wolves had. Bubba to pass, looking over the middle. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a receiver down the field. He's got a step, and he makes the catch, and then tackled right near the 20-yard line. Boy, a beautiful teardrop pass right into the arms of Dylan Meyer. And then Coink was there to make a step up and tackle, but there's a big play that the Wolves needed. Well, I feel like Madame Tussaud or whatever. The fortune teller, future teller.
There you go.
Need a big play, and there it is.
There you go. Nostradamus, Tim Peterson, but hey, they drew it up perfectly. Dylan Meyer kept his head on a swivel and caught a pass perfectly from Sohn, 38 yards.
They mark it at the 22. A quick receiver pass out in the flat. And that's to Meyer again. He catches it, and then he's tackled out of bounds. A short gain on that play. Make it second down.
And the last drive, Tim, they had about 1st and goal to go for the Wolves, but maybe not quite, but they still kind of shot themselves in the foot early. Got a big tackle for loss and a penalty on top of that. So that pushed them back nearly 30 yards to go to convert, and, of course, it ended a turnover on down. So Harris Lake Park, once again, marching down the field, looking to execute this time.
See if they can get on the board. 2:54 to go in the first quarter. Sohn takes a snap, fakes the handoff, runs it right himself. It's a keeper. 3 Hawks submerge, and they'll just push him out of bounds. A little bit of a gain there. Make it 3rd and manageable for the Wolves. They mark it at the 18-yard line.
Let's thank a couple of our sponsors for tonight's coverage. We got Bank Midwest, Northwest Iowa Bone Joint and Sports Surgeons, and Iowa Great Lakes Teleconnect to thank for supporting tonight's coverage of Harris Lake Park and Remsen St. Mary's.
Sohn takes him out of the huddle. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. In the backfield is 1, and they're going to go to the backfield on a little running back pass to Gundersen. He catches it. Not much going on. Gets to the 15, so a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, he had a lot of daylight in front of him. If Sohn were able to just loft that pass and lead him a little bit more, Gundersen had to come back and try to cut it back across the field, and he was just walloped by some Hawks. So still got a small gain, but been bigger that time. It's now just about 4th and 3. Gut check time now for the Wolves offense, looking to convert.
After a couple screen passes, the Wolves will line up again going for it. 2 yards to get. Sohn takes the snap, looks right. Pump fakes, pressure coming in. He'll throw it deep into the touchdown corner and dropped. It hit the hands of Tice Gundersen. He just couldn't hang on. Good defensive coverage there, though, by the Hawks. Number 3, Alex Schroeder. Might have got a hand in there, knocked it down.
That was a good ball thrown by Sohn, but again, like you mentioned, great pass coverage, just one-on-one. And this time it was defense, that one on the jump ball, and just another tough break for Harris Lake Park.
Gundersen got his hands on it. It's just having the strength to be able to hold on and pull that in.
It was just tough. It was just a hand fight, really.
Yep. So the Hawks will take over on their own 15-yard line. Bonkers takes a snap, option, pitches it out to Koink, and Koink's going to get hit right away. He's going to lose yards here to the far side of the field. They have 3 defenders in there, and it looks like Gundersen, Lucas Gundersen, 1 in there on the tackle. Loss on the play. Got the Gundersens. You can pretty much say Gundersen if you say linebacker for the Wolves. They get Tice and Lucas out there. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. 1:40 to go, first quarter. 14-point lead for Remsen St. Mary's. Bunkers looking over the sideline. Jackson now looks at his teammates, tells them what we're doing. And he barks out the snap. Count, takes it. Quick screen pass to the near side and incomplete. Pass intended to number 21, Fish.
And they tried a quick smoke screen there. Just a bullet pass from Bunkers intended that time for Brendan Fish. But Tice Gundersen is able to just come in there, make a nice clean hit, break it up, and an incomplete pass. That's the first one thrown by Bunkers tonight.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation, Bunkers. Oh, looks like he's going to change something up, maybe call an audible. Line, nobody changed position. Big pressure and throw downfield is caught.
Wow.
Brown Miller once again, and it's enough for a first down. A 15-yard gain when you needed 13. A bullet pass from Bunkers to Brown Miller, and a first down for Remsen St. Mary's.
And under pressure, just poised, cool, and collective. Just sets his feet, and Bunkers throws an absolute dart on the money to Brown Miller. Makes an easy catch, and like you said, 15 yards. First down for the Hawks, and the passing game is picking right up where Harpinaugh left it for the sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, we said that this is a backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
yeah.
Impressive.
Just a sophomore.
Koink, the only one in the backfield, will take the direct snap. He'll run it right up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, nearly gets free, and finally pulled down at the 39-yard line. It's enough for a first down. We'll give him a gain of 11 on the carry. It'll be 1st and 10 for Remsen St. Mary's from there with 1 minute, 1 second to go first quarter. Remsen trying to add to their 14-point lead. Bunkers goes back behind the center. Shotgun all day for them. 3 left, 1 right. A snap, pass, big pressure, pass downfield again. This one tossed up and over the head of the intended receiver, Ryan Willman.
Yeah, I think that time the pressure just got to Bunkers as he was leaning back. Just a chuck and pray that time, but he wasn't off by much. It was just a one-on-one man coverage that time. Gilmore on Willman, and another incompletion.
That's throwing it up to a guy 6'5" who's being guarded by a guy 5'7". Not a bad risk to take there.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. 45 ticks to go in the first. Bunkers is 1 to the left, 2 in the backfield. He's going to hand it off in the backfield, taking it to the far side, and we get to the corner, and then a big run down the sidelines. It opened up. It's Fish all the way down and finally hit, but not before he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Fish for 41 yards. Got that corner around the outside and just turned it on as he got into the HLP backfield, and it's 20-0, Remsen St. Mary's.
Yeah, Fish put on the burners that time as it was just a clean jet sweep, and Remsen St. Mary's on that right side. That looks to be Wesley Gauss, the junior, did great contained blocking and took it the rest of the way down the far sideline for 41 yards. And they're going for 2.
Up quick pass, Don Miller catches it, and another conversion and another completed pass from Bunkers to Schroeder, and it's 22-0. Remsen St. Mary's owning this first quarter against Harris Lake Park. They'll be kicking off to Harris Lake Park when we return here in 30 seconds on Q102.
Farmers and ranchers take on so much risk. They have so many things out of their control. They want somebody to be there for them. They want the ability to take care of them when they're in need.
They see the value in what they're doing to rural agriculture. The support they have, the product they have, it's just first class. If you want to put it this way, I bleed green.
For C&B, we've always been about growth the right way. We got to be there with high integrity and have people know they can trust that we're behind them for the long term.
Remsen St. Mary's scoring again. Boy, these guys, baseball season did not wear them out. They played down at the state tournament. They didn't win it, but got close. And the pitching of Blaine Harper now, but Blaine wasn't the only one. They had quite a few. They had quite a few good players. I was trying to think who I saw pitch over there. It's a no-hitter in the playoffs, but boy, they just keep going and going and scoring. And this Remsen St. Mary's school has been strong here now for a few years in a row. Probably 5 years straight they've been going. They kick off right to left. Boom, it's a low ground ball, worm burner. It's going to be picked up by Gundersen at the 15. He's to the 20. Had an opening, and it closed up quickly. And it was Wesley Gallus stopping Gundersen at the 25-yard line. So the Wolves will have the ball trailing 22-0 here in this first quarter.
And you mentioned baseball state tournament semifinals, not just that, but also football last fall and
basketball.
Yeah, they're just a good athletic program, a good group of kids here, and obviously to see with the success of Jackson Bunkers at quarterback this game, they got a lot of depth too.
Wolves will have it. Line up 3 left, 1 right. Soden will take the snap, and he'll run it to the left, trying to get some blocks. Got it a little bit, but maybe got back to the line of scrimmage before he's dropped. Alex Schroeder in there. One of the 3 tacklers. It'll bring up 2nd down. That should end the first quarter. 15 seconds left, counting down. Maybe a yard gain. Yeah, well, I'll give him 1 yard on that carry, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. 22-0. Remsen St. Mary's leads Harris Lake Park after 1 quarter of play here in Lake Park. We'll be back with more from this football game on Friday Night Lights when we return in 1 minute here on Q102.
Farmers and ranchers take on so much risk. They have so many things out of their control. They want somebody to be there for them. They want the ability to take care of them when they're in need.
They see the value in what they're doing to rural agriculture. The support they have, the product they have, it's just first class. If you want to put it this way, I bleed green.
For C&B, we've always been about growth the right way. We got to be there with high integrity and have people know they can trust that we're behind them for the long term.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
What does it mean to be on a team? It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest, member FDIC.
Tough first quarter for the Wolves. They'll look to bounce back here in the second quarter. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Wolves trailing 22-0. And it's mainly been Bunkers to Brownmiller. That connection, Mitch, has been very solid here for Remsen St. Mary's.
Yeah, they got it going early on their first offensive drive. Just 2 plays, which were good for about 36 yards. It ended in a passing touchdown from Bunkers to Brownmiller. And again, a couple drives later at the 3:22 mark, 6 yards out this time. And then to close out quarter number 1, 41-yard touchdown scamper for Brendan Fish for Remsen St. Mary's, now leading 22-0.
Harris Lake Park hoping to get something going here. They've had one big play. Remsen's had a few.
Yeah,
I'll give them 2 big plays. I forget about the block punt, but one big offensive play.
Right, that was a big pass from Sohn, and they just need to build off those big plays. They need to stay aggressive early and often. Sohn set out wide.
Yeah, they send him out to the far side. It's a direct snap to Gundersen. He'll scamper to the right side and take it over that right side of the line and maybe gain a yard or 2. Trying a little trickery there. You know, I was talking to Coach Gundersen for the Wolves in the pregame, and I said, you know, I love it when you guys do that hook and ladder. They've done it the last couple of years, but I love it when they break it out, when it's successful.
Yeah, they do have a very interesting playbook there, but yeah, as you saw in the last play, Remsen St. Mary's, they've just been popping them right back at the line of scrimmage on mostly every play we've seen, so they're playing tough on defense as well.
They give them 2 yards on the carry. They're at the 27-yard line. It's 3rd and 8. Sohn looking to pass. Look to the near side. He's going to throw it near side and right on the edge, dragging the feet, and no, not able to stay in. But a great catch by Dylan Meyer. He hauled it in, and that pass was right on the sideline. Maybe got a foot in. I don't know. It was close. They called him out.
Interesting, Tim. We are also video streaming at exploreokoboji.com. Maybe want to pull out the replay on that one. It was almost a picture-perfect toe drag that time for Meyer, but they rule it incomplete. Maybe not quite getting possession in bounds.
I'm sure I had a good view of that. Tim Super Soper out there running the camera tonight. Oh, the Wolves will punt. It's Meyer back. Punting right to left. And there's the punt. It's a high punt. Not super deep, but a good punt. Bounces at about the 17 and bounces out at the, mark it at the 16. A solid punt there. Didn't allow for any return, and the Remsen St. Mary's offense will come back out onto the field. You're a dangerous group. 22-0, 11:07 remaining in the half. Remsen St. Mary's football there in the white jerseys, blue pants. Wolves in the blue jerseys with gray pants. And they got new unis this year as well, and they're sharp looking for the Wolves.
Absolutely.
Got some blue and white down the side of the leg. Direct snap to Koink. He'll run out of middle and gain a few. Tice Gundersen on the tackle.
3 yards on that one. Have a quick update here. After 1, Spirit Lake leads number 1 team in 1A OABCIG 7-6. Another tough matchup for them as well. That game can be heard on KUOO as well on Y100. Algona at Emmitsburg. We'll get a score update when we get that.
2nd and 7. Bunkers takes a snap. He'll keep it himself. He gets hit in the backfield, escapes it, and then scampers forward for another short gain. He's brought down at the 24-yard line. So a 5-yard gain on that will make it 4th and 2.
Yeah, he made some good cuts on that as kept it, but good pursuit by the Wolves. But like you said, he cut it back up. It's only 3rd down now.
Yeah, I got ahead of myself. 3rd and 2. Man in motion, or right to left, near side, far side. Option, back to Koink. Sohn with good pressure, but can't get him. And Koink scampers forward and picks up a 1st down at the 27-yard line. 3-yard gain. He only needed 2.
Just got enough, and he fell over forward.
28-yard line. Give him another yard on that carry. For all those people keeping yardage trackage at home, it's That's what I like to do in my spare time.
Yeah, I'm trying my best as well.
One receiver to the left, one to the right. Here's the snap, fake the handoff, and they give it up the middle. And a quick scamper right up the middle by Schroeder for another short gain. Elser on the tackle. Gain of 3 on that carry. Thanks to Brandon and Bobby tuning in here tonight. Love having them along with all our viewers and all of our sponsors. 2nd and 7. Bunkers got 2 to the left and below the plate dead. No flags out the timeout, and it is taken by the Wolves. No.
It's taken by Remsen St. Mary's on 2nd and 7.
Well, I may as well take a timeout, then I can figure out what's going on in this game. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 31 when we return here in 1 minute on Q102.
Well, a big thanks to
Cox Implement in Lake Park, your Case IH, Can-Am, Bobcat, Ferris, and Cub Cadet Mower headquarters of Northwest Iowa, is a proud supporter of Harris Lake Park Sports. Come on in for a test drive. J. Cox Implement of Lake Park, in stock and ready to rock.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Okoboji. At East Sac in Manson at Pocahontas area.
A timeout on the field, and they're still talking things over. It's 2nd and 7 from the 31 with 9:17 to go. 22-0 Remsen St. Mary's so far all over Harris Lake Park on a beautiful evening. The sun just starting to go down. Looking like we're going to have a pretty view as the sun sets beyond the lake out there.
Yeah, it usually gets it usually gets a little warm here. That sun just straight west. And it's finally setting in. Again, I really just love this backdrop here at this field.
I forget my fishing gear every time. I always want to go throw a line in, but
it's very tempting.
I'd probably just be casting and not fishing anyway.
We still got the best seats of the house up here.
That's true. Gundersen from the shotgun this time. On second, no, I'm looking at the wrong way. It's Remsen's ball. I should have taken a longer timeout. They hand it off on a run to the far side. Brought down is Fish after a short gain. You know, I was looking at it. If you don't pay close attention, they kind of line up the same offensively as they do defensively.
Yeah.
I was like, why is Gundersen? Okay, they're going to direct snap. Oh, wait, it's not their football.
Well, again, it is a lot of blue on blue tonight. So I do, we were saying Harris Lake Park does have the nice new unis. Also the Battlehawk design on the Remsen St. Mary's helmets. Just 2 sharp-looking squads here tonight.
Bunkers sends the man on the near side in motion. He'll stop right at center, and he'll take the snap himself and run it right up the middle, trying to use that man in motion as a blocker, but it does not help him as he's stacked quickly and dropped.
And for the most part tonight, we've seen great gap containment up front by Harris Lake Park as something like Jerva kept it in the nose tackle and cutting across line of scrimmage. Meyer and Heikens just stopped Bunkers in his tracks.
A good hit by Dylan Meyer. It'll be a punt on 4th and 6 officially. High snap caught and a punt. Sharp line drive is going to back Gundersen up a little bit. He'll catch it about the 13. He'll break one, and then he's finally dropped just beyond the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Harris Lake Park from there.
Thanks to more of our sponsors, the Hut Bar and Grill, United Community Bank, and MHR Insurance.
The Hut should sponsor every football game.
They are also.
Hut. Get it?
Good one.
Thank you.
Very good. I believe they're also the site of our coaches show, which can be heard tomorrow at 10:30 on KUOO. And also not to mention return to the Iowa High School scoreboard show right at 10 o'clock every Friday nights on KUOO sister station.
Wolves 1st and 10 from the 16. Shotgun. Nobody split out. They fake. No, they do give it in the backfield. Nice run up the near side. Good gain by Tate Gilmore, taking it through the Remsen defense. He'll be at the 27-yard line, so a gain of 11 on the carry. A first down for the Wolves. 7:43 to go. First half, 22-0. Remsen. Wolves come up to the line. Bubba Sohn in the shotgun. Everybody bunched in. Fakes one way, counters the other way, and it's Gundersen bursting through the middle. Another short gain. Give him 3 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And a good run by Gundersen. Just lower the shoulders. And that might be a long 3 or maybe a gain of 4, and took a couple of Hawks backwards with him.
Well, last week against New Alfonda, Wolves had a tough uphill start of that game and then got a touchdown and were feeling pretty good. And all of a sudden, everything just went wrong for them. See if they can get something here in this first half. Sohn back to pass. He'll throw it out to the far side, and it's caught there by Gundersen. He'll scamper forward and finally be dragged down. But down with forward momentum gives the Wolves another first down. Give them 7 or 8 on that catch and run.
That was another out route from Gundersen. He had a lot of room to work with there, wide open out in the flats, but I think Sohn was looking for a little long at Tate Gilmore on the other side of the field. So good check down there for Sohn, and Wolves keeping it moving in the right direction, 1st and 10.
Good job looking at one receiver and then using a different option. Here's a snap handoff inside, coming near side, Gilmore trying to get somewhere. Flag comes flying and no gain on the carry. And that's going to be a hold against the Wolves. Gallus in on that tackle. Well, that'll march the Wolves back.
And they were really just chipping away at this tough Remsen St. Mary's defense. And as Coach Osterman mentioned in the pregame show, that's kind of where they're trying to fill in some spots this year. And Osterman a little bit more offensive savvy, he mentioned. But so far, the Hawks been doing a good job keeping their containments, doing their jobs in defense, and still holding very high potent offense for Harris Lake Park scoreless through about the halfway point of quarter number 2.
1st and 20 from the 30-yard line of the Wolves. Sohn takes the snap, fakes the give, looks to pass, now steps forward. Nope, now he'll back out, trying to send his receiver who fell down, and now he's got to scamper around, runs it back to the far side, looking downfield, finds a receiver. He catches it at the original line of scrimmage and runs it forward. A nice job, nice catch by Gilmore, but a great job by Sohn in the backfield, just playing the little escape game.
Yeah, we all saw it. He was looking for Tate Gilmore, who got tripped up over the shoestrings. And look at Sohn just channeling his inner Russell Wilson. Now, people forget just how athletic Bubba Sohn is, just rolling around, buying himself time. But he is a passing-first quarterback and threw across the field, delivered an absolute strike to Gilmore for a gain of, call that 14.
Kind of looked like Tron back there, the way
Yeah.
he was cutting and turning. And
it was amazing.
Moving. Running backs are right next to Sohn. Here's a snap to him. He's looking to pass. He'll throw it to the right side. It's an out pass. And just out of the reach of Gundersen. He maybe got a hand on it. Incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down. 3rd down and 6 to go. 5:12 to go in the half. Wolves got 22 points to get to tie this one up. Trailing 22-0 to the Remsen St. Mary Hawks. Well, if you got a Roku TV, I know we weren't going to talk about it, but I'm going to do it anyway. You can get the channel CF. Yeah. We believe it's CF Digital, but look up CF and kind of scroll down, and you can actually watch our games live through the Roku. Here's an option play. Sohn back to Gundersen, and dropped right away, a loss on the play. Koink on the hit for a loss of 1. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and a big thanks to Tim doing a great job on the video stream at exploreokoboji.com. Also on our Facebook pages, Q102. And
Well, timeout's going to be taken. Harris Lake Park takes another timeout with 4:49 to go in the first half. 22-0. Remsen St. Mary's back in a minute on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
Harris Lake Park, and this game is video streaming live, and we have a correction now, or a more accurate description of our Roku, Mitch.
Yep, this is why we need Tim Soper here with us. It's CF Video Channel on Roku. You can look us up there, as well as under the live video stream page at ExploreOkoboji.com. And tomorrow morning on that live video stream page will be the official dedication and ribbon cutting to the Berkeley Bedell State Pier. So be sure to tune into that tomorrow at 11:30.
The game is on here locally in Harris Lake Park on the main drag. I won't mention where at, but here's the pass to Gundersen downfield, and it's caught, and it's enough for the first down as Tice Gundersen pulls it in from zone. A big fourth down conversion for Harris Lake Park, and they move it all the way down the 29-yard line of Remsen St. Mary's.
So that's time an in route from Gundersen, and I don't know, Tice at around 5'9", 155, and he's been making some nice catches out here tonight. And another athletic player trying to fill in a hole for Harris Lake Park, as a couple of their top players last year, Abdul Al-Baitri as well as Isaac Einen. So Harris Lake Park trying to fill in those holes from last year.
Two to the right, one to the left. Give it to the man in motion in the backfield. Gundersen sweeping it around the right side. Gets around the end, gains about 5, and he's stacked up. He's still moving his legs in there, driving. Finally was put to the ground, but it took about 6 of the Hawks to get him down. Good run there. Looking across the field, I see my Aunt Jane and Uncle Ned in attendance here tonight. Grandkids out on the field. Gain of 5 on that carry for the Wolves.
Down to 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Harris Lake Park needs to try to find a way to get on the board here close to the end of the first half.
2 left, 2 right. Sohn keeps it himself, runs it up the middle. It's a keeper. It's enough for the first down, and he gets popped right as he gets past the first down marker. Brown Miller applying the hit, but it's enough for another Harris Lake Park Wolves first down.
I'm going to mark him a couple inches short. Nope.
They mark him out?
Nope.
Okay.
They'll give it to him now. Lack of communication there. He just got the tip of the football over it, looks like. So another tough run by Bubba Sohn. It's an all-around athlete, the senior, 5'10", 155, and proven he can pick up yardage with the feet as well.
Up to the line, 2 right, 2 left. Sohn looking to pass. Blitz comes in. He's under pressure, and he's going to be dropped for a big loss. The ball squirts out. We'll see if they say he was down already. Yep, they do say he was down.
Yeah, that time Sohn just did not have a chance. The pocket collapsed immediately, crashing in and giving the sack. Be both Xavier Gallus as well as Brendan Fish coming in from the linebacker position, and Sohn just couldn't even see past the line of scrimmage that time. And yeah, you don't want to risk a turnover on that one. So a big loss of about 10 yards, looking at 2nd and 20.
Up to the line come the Wolves. Zone 2 right, 2 left, takes a shotgun snap, looks for the screen pass, throws it, and boy, they expected that, I think, because 2 of the Hawks were right there. Waldschmidt was one of them, and Jerva the other. They bring him right down right as he caught it. at the 31-yard line. They actually lose a yard on that one.
And again, they just read it perfectly. They see how the linemen set up, and those defensive linemen sometimes can tell they don't get a free pass just like that too easily a lot of times, so they sniffed out the screen.
Here's the snap. Zone looks left, then looks right, then looks left. He's getting pressured. He's going to be dropped for another big loss all the way back in midfield.
Someone taken down by 3 Hawks.
3 of the Hawks there for that tackle. Xavier Gallus, one of them there. And it's 4th and further than I've maybe read in the last 12 years.
Looks like about 4th and 30. And again, this was another promising drive by Harris Lake Park. It just fell apart. Sacks on sacks that time, and that time Bubba Sohn just didn't quite get a lot of help up front.
Wolves going to have time to figure something out here as the timeout's taken on 4th and 29, 1:41 to go in the first half. Remsen St. Mary's leading Harris Lake Park 22-0 back in 1 minute on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Savings Bank is proud to be your full-service banking location in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park, and offer a warm welcome to all individuals, businesses, and farmers. Savings Bank is a proud supporter of our local students and all their activities. Stop by and experience what quality, friendly, and trustworthy hometown banking is all about. Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
Hi, this is Kayleen, the service manager at Okoboji Motor Company. 2020 has been a year of change and uncertainty. Our hours are the same, Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have the same experienced staff you've learned to trust to care for your vehicle needs. We will continue to support our communities and our schools because we care about you, our customers. Our service department is constantly running specials. Check them out at okobojigmtoyota.com. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay loyal, as we will for you. Thank you. Okoboji Motor Company, Service Department.
Harris Lake Park in to punt. Here's the snap. It's dropped and then picked up and booted down to the far side of the field. It's going to land into the corner, and it's going to roll out about the 2-yard line. A beautiful corner kick for the Wolves by Meyer.
And Dylan Meyer went coffin corner perfectly that time, all the way down, backed up to the 2-yard line. Remsen St. Mary's going to try to drive this one 78 yards for their 4th score. They only have 1:34 left to do so. With that time left on the clock, we already reached halftime on Y100. Algona leads Emmitsburg 21-6.
Well, the 2's on the board. 22 for points for Remsen St. Mary's. It's on the 2. It is the second quarter. 2 timeouts remaining for the Hawks, who have the ball. 1st and 10 from their 2. Here we go. Snap. Bunkers. He's going to take it himself. Runs it straight forward and gets nothing.
Clock will continue to tick that time, and Bunkers saw a hole early, but Wolves did a good job angling back into it, and good pursuit, only holding him to a gain of 1.
2nd and 9, and the clock just will keep ticking here. Remsen may just hope to break 1, otherwise just work that clock and go into halftime with a 22-point lead.
And they do have 15 on the play clock. Looks like they're lining up.
Keep everybody bunched in this time. Here's the snap. Bunkers eludes a tackle, and then he's going to be stacked up as he runs to the far side. Doesn't get thrown down, but forward momentum is stopped. We'll see if they even give him a yard on that one. Timeout's going to be taken. It'll be 3rd down. And we'll just say no gain on the play. 3rd and 9. Wolves take a timeout, hoping to get the ball back. That is their final timeout with 47 seconds remaining here in this first half. We'll take a 30-second break and get back here for the completion of this first half on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
2-0, Remsen St. Mary's leading Harris Lake Park first half. Coming closer to a close, 47 seconds remaining in it. I'm Tim Peterson, he's Mitch Kieran, and this is high school football on Q102. Remsen St. Mary's is going to jog back out onto the field. They've gained 2 yards in this possession so far. Wolves has played solid here, but the Hawks might be just trying to run things out.
Yeah, no timeouts, 47 seconds left on the clock. There's not a whole lot of time for much left in this half, Tim.
Here's the snap to Bunkers. He's looking to pass. Big pressure. Got a man over the middle. He's open. It's caught. And a big gain to the 30, 35, and finally pulled down at the 39-yard line. Has a perfect pass to Fish over the middle and a huge gain with 40 seconds to go. The Hawks do have 2 timeouts. The Wolves have 0 left.
They're just going to go on the ball, looks like.
Right up to the football. They run the chains down, and they trying to get them set up. The clock has started again. 32 seconds to go. Bunkers gets the snap, looking to pass. A lot of pressure coming in. He's hit as he's thrown, and it's going to be picked off by the Wolves at the 25 and up to the 30, 35, 40, and across midfield is Gavin Elser with the interception to stop the drive of Remsen St. Mary's. But the big play happened in the backfield as Bunkers was getting drilled as he threw that one and just twisted him enough to have that ball go to nobody but Elser.
Yeah, it's been a couple times tonight, Tim, where he's been throwing off his back foot and just a chuck and pray, and he's let his receivers do the rest. That time that ball well underthrown at Elser. And didn't have to work hard for it. Ran into it, intercepted it. One last chance to score in the first half for the Wolves.
20 seconds. Wolves can't stop the clock. Zone looking to pass, and he does so over the middle, and it's going to be complete. And a hook and ladder, but it's from Gundersen to Gundersen, and it actually, I think they might have lost the yard as they flipped that one back. But I talked to Coach Lane Gundersen before the game about that, and there it is. Thank you, Coach. So Tice caught the ball and then flipped it back to Lucas. They gained 10, and it'll be a first down for the Wolves. And the Hawks take a timeout there? That's an odd.
Remsen St. Mary's took a timeout with Harris Lake Park getting the ball up to their 28-yard line. 13 seconds. They're giving them another chance to get this one to the end zone. I wouldn't think this would be a safety timeout, Tim, not in this situation.
No, safety one's usually at the 8-minute and 4-minute mark, and when we say safety timeout, that's just making sure they disinfect everything they can.
And
that was, I don't know why you wouldn't let make HLP rush a little bit unless you just want to get your players a little bit of a breather or something.
Maybe they wanted to.
Maybe a player was banged up a little bit that we couldn't tell. I don't know.
Maybe get a little more prepared just in case Harris Lake Park got on the ball in time, or with that first down, maybe get some clock stopped. You know they're going deep again, or another big play in the repertoire. But now this time Remsen St. Mary's looking to hold their ground. Ball at their own 28.
You almost got to go to the sidelines of the end zone here with 12 seconds left from the 28-yard line of Remsen St. Mary's. Here's the shotgun snap. Zone looking, pressure coming in. He steps forward. He's looking deep, left side. Man down there off his fingertips, incomplete. Right about at the 2-yard line. The intended receiver was Dylan Meyer. He got his fingertips on it but couldn't pull it in.
Yeah, and Sohn saw this one in. And look, a little yellow hanky thrown down at about the 34-yard line. And
that's got to be a hold on.
Yeah, another holding penalty. I believe that's either the third or fourth on Harris Lake Park, and it's got to be another drive killer. Not just yet, though. They do have 7 seconds left. Time for one more play, one more chance to get in the end zone. But, again, with the way some of these drives start out promising, some of these holding penalties, they just push themselves back.
Sohn got a strong enough arm to throw her 45 yards. We're about to find out, I think.
Absolutely.
6 seconds.
I need a big play here. Still the second half ahead of us. And don't forget about the halftime report coming up next.
If they just take a little air out of the football.
Yeah.
They've done it at higher levels, haven't they? Or
I think it worked for a guy named Tom Brady.
Here's the snap with 6 seconds to go. Someone's going to go short with it, and it's going to be dropped. Well, look at another play at least as it passes to Meyer. I don't know if he was ready for it, but he was looking to hook and ladder it, I believe. It's coming from the far side of the near side was Gilmore. It'll be 2nd and 25 on the Wolves' 36-yard line with 2.5 seconds to go. Short pass, and do some laterals or try to throw a bomb. It's a long throw. Zone runs back in. Wolves trying to do something here, moving right to left, trying to get on the board before the end of the first half. At halftime, we'll have some interviews. Harris Lake Park cross country. Zone throws it short. And it's complete up the far side. Gets a block and all the way down. It's back to nearly a first down, but a flag way back at the 36-yard line of Remsen St. Mary's, and it's going to be against the Wolves. The pass was caught by Meyer, who had a good run with it, but it's a hold. It's declined, and that'll end the half.
A nicely designed play right there. Almost took it the rest of the way for Harris Lake Park, but not quite. Great blocking up front, but again, they have just shown glimpses of getting something going on offense. But again, it's these penalties, and as we've seen other times, a few quarterback sacks from Remsen St. Mary's. Harris Lake Park is just struggling to get out of the gates offensively so far. And for Remsen St. Mary's, the case has been no Harpanaugh or your leading receiver, Austin Jensen, no problem. So far, Bunkers to Brownmiller has gotten them on the board twice, and another rushing touchdown on top of that leaves us 22-0 for Remsen St. Mary's at the end of the first half.
That brings us to halftime, and our halftime, we'll hear from the coach. We'll hear cross country. We'll also have a halftime report, and that's all coming up here shortly on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com. The halftime show is brought to you by Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center.
This is Kayleen, the service manager at Okoboji Motor Company. 2020 has been a year of change and uncertainty. Our hours are the same, Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have the same experienced staff you've learned to trust to care for your vehicle needs. We will continue to support our communities and our schools because we care about you, our customers. Our service department is constantly running specials. Check them out at okobojigmtoyota.com. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay loyal, as we will for you. Thank you. Okoboji Motor Company, Service Department.
J. Cox Implement in Lake Park, your Case IH, Can-Am, Bobcat, Ferris, and Cub Cadet Mower headquarters of Northwest Iowa, is a proud supporter of Harris Lake Park sports. Come on in for a test drive. J. Cox Implement of Lake Park, in stock and ready to rock.
The Savings Bank is proud to be your full-service banking location in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park, and offer a warm welcome to all individuals, businesses, and farmers. Savings Bank is a proud supporter of our local students and all their activities. Stop by and experience what quality, friendly, and trustworthy hometown banking is all about. Savings Bank, member FDIC.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
Northwest Iowa bone, joint, and sport surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIAbone.com. For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Joe here. It's brought to you by Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center. I'm Tim Peterson. He's Mitch Kieran. Tim Soper running the camera. If you're watching on the video stream, and Michael back at the studio, hopefully keeping us on air. I haven't heard any difference so far, so we'll just believe that. Mitch, tough first half for the Wolves. They trail at 22-0, Remsen St. Mary's, and I think he got some stats for us.
Yeah, so far it's been sophomore quarterback Jackson Bunkers. We weren't expecting him to be under center tonight, but couldn't really get word until game time. The Blaine Harpanaugh was going to be out with obviously
close contact.
Yep, so better to be safe in this time. We're still very lucky to be playing football, but Bunkers has taken that home very nicely. 6 for 8 passing so far, 78 yards we have him through the air. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception there at the end of the first half. For Bubba Sohn on the flip side, he's doing his own, just waiting for some help. Had a few drop passes there, and he's been walloped in the backfield quite a few times already. He's got 76 yards through the air, 10 of 18 so far. And on the ground, I believe he's only got about 11 yards on 4 carries. And for Gundersen, we have him down for 6 carries, and I have him right around -1 yard. So Remsen St. Mary's, so far, their defensive front has been causing a lot of headaches for Harris Lake Park, really kind of preventing them to get out of the gate so far. But just some things to work on so far. You know, Sohn's been doing a good job scrambling, also hooking up with some big passes so far in that first half we've seen. But for Remsen St. Mary's, like I said, they're just picking up right where Harpanaugh left them after that 56-20 win in Week 1 over River Valley.
It seemed like the Wolves started doing well when they were just trying to move the sticks rather than go for the big plays, and they were starting to pick up some first downs. No scoring at all in that second quarter, which is a bit surprising because Remsen got going right away. 9:56 to go in that first quarter. There was a 25-yard pass from Bunkers to Brown Miller, and then the extra point was kicked through, 7-0. And then at the 3:22 mark of the first quarter, another pass. This was a 6-yarder from Bunkers to Brown Miller. Another good extra point, 14-0, and then a run by Fish. It was a 41-yard scamper with 30 seconds to go in that first quarter, and then they went for 2, and it was another completion of Brown Miller. It makes the score 22-0. No scoring in that second quarter, and that's where we sit at the end of the first half. 22-0. Remsen St. Mary's leading Harris Lake Park. Well, let's get to our halftime report, shall we, Mitch?
I say let's go to it.
Halftime report is coming up, as well as an interview with Harris Lake Park cross-country coach Bailey DeBolt.
Mean to be on a team. It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest, member FDIC.
It is halftime for Week 2 of the Iowa High School football season. I'm Scott Nolte with your halftime report. Let's take a look at action going on tonight around the area in football. Spirit Lake taking on OABCIG, and you can listen to that on KUOO. Also tonight on our family of stations, Q102 has an 8-man game with Harris Lake Park and Remsen St. Mary's. It is also live broadcast on ExploreOkoboji.com live video. On Y100, Emmetsburg taking on Algona. Other area matchups tonight, Spencer with their first home football game of the season. They host Denison. MOC Floyd Valley at Esterville Lincoln Central. Okoboji is home to North Union. Hartley Melvin Sanborn at Sibley Ocheyedan. Sioux Central at East Sac. Manson Northwest Webster at Pocahontas area. And another 8-man game, West Bend Mallard at Kingsley Pearson. That's the schedule for our area teams for Week 2. And speaking of Week 2, the second Radio Iowa High School football poll was released this week. Starting off in 8-man, Don Bosco number 1, Remsen St. Mary's number 2, Newell Fonda 6, Harris Lake Park dropped out of the rankings. In Class A, Grundy Center is number 1, Woodbury Central coming in at number 6, West Hancock number 9. In 1A, OABCIG number 1, South Central Calhoun number 2, West Sioux 6, Emmetsburg number 10. 2A, PCM Monroe number 1, Clear Lake 3, West Lyon 4, Unity Christian 9, Sioux Center 10. In 3A, Dallas Center Grimes number 1, Sergeant Bluff Luton number 6. In 4A, West Des Moines Valley number 1, Sioux City East number 9. After all the games are done tonight, a reminder to tune in to the Iowa High School Scoreboard Show. That airs on KUOO starting at 10. High school schedule for tomorrow, Saturday, couple of volleyball tournaments. Spear Lake and Esterville Lincoln Central will be at the Algona Volleyball Tournament. Spencer and Pocahontas area at the South Central Calhoun Tournament. And the second volleyball rankings were released on Thursday. In Class 1A, Holy Trinity Catholic is number 1, Galen Catholic number 8, Newell Fonda number 13. 2A volleyball rankings, Western Christian number 1, Boyden Hall number 5, ESAC number 7. 3A volleyball, Mount Vernon number 1, Unity Christian 4, MLC Floyd Valley number 9, Sioux Center number 12. 4A volleyball, Cedar Rapids Xavier number 1, Sergeant Bluff Luton coming in at number 5. And in 5A volleyball, West Des Moines Valley is number 1 in the rankings. Professional sports, the NBA schedule for tonight, Milwaukee will take on Miami. Houston will take on the LA Lakers. NHL schedule tonight, Dallas takes on Colorado. Vancouver versus Vegas. Plenty of playoffs going on this weekend, as well as Major League Baseball. Next week, we will start talking about pro football. Next Wednesday is our very first X's and O's program with Vikings coach Mike Zimmer, which you can hear on Extreme Country, Wednesday nights at 6:30. And next Sunday, the Minnesota Vikings play their first game against the Green Bay Packers. That is our halftime report for Week 2 of Iowa High School football. We'll send you back to your second half right after this.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
Joining us right now is Harris Lake Park cross-country coach Bailey DeBolt. And Bailey, good visiting with you again.
Yeah, you too, Scott. Thanks for having me.
Well, let's talk about Harris Lake Park cross-country. And you've had a couple of meets, Spirit Lake and Okoboji, both this week. Very busy for your runners. And, just kind of talk to us a little bit about how things have gone, not only in this first week, but the practices leading up to these first two meets.
Yeah, so this year I didn't really know I was going to coach until a couple weeks before the season started, but I'm really, really happy to be working with these kids because these are a different group of kids that I usually get to work with at school, so it's been fun to get to know them a little bit more. We did two-a-days for the first week, and I think that was a new experience for the kids as well, but they pushed through and showed some nice grit with that because those are not easy to do, but I was very happy with them coming to practice and being willing to work hard for us then. Yeah, so we had our first meet on Tuesday night at Spirit Lake, and it was a really nice showing for all of us. I know that the kids run together pretty well at practice, and their times from Tuesday night show that, that's kind of their thing. They all ran pretty consistently with what they run at practice, which I found kind of amusing. But no, they did well. They had nice showings. Lily Irwin, our varsity girl runner, she placed 17th at her first meet as a high schooler, so that was really, really cool. And the other boys, we had 4 boys run that night. We had 2 JV, 2 varsity, and the times were pretty consistent between the 4 of them. So I like to see that we have a good possible pack mentality coming up here soon.
Yeah, that is nice to see as you try to grow that program there at Harris Lake Park. And on Thursday then, another good night to run, and you're at Woodland Hills, Okoboji. And once again, a pretty good showing from Lily and your boys on Thursday night.
Yeah, no, the times were, again, pretty consistent with the night before. The course at Woodland Hills is a little bit hillier than it was in Spirit Lake, and we also had some wind to deal with last night, too. But, there were some really tough teams there Thursday night, and I think the kids did a good job of staying with the teams to lead the packs and, worked really hard to push and get better. We had one runner get a PR on the second meet of the season, and I thought that was pretty cool. And, we had just some nice consistent times from last meet. So it'll be pretty good, I think, going forward, and we can make some really good progress.
Now, you mentioned Lily Irwin on the girls' side. Who do you have running for your boys' team this year?
So this year we have senior Cole Einen, and he's been running his whole high school career, and I'm glad to have him as a leader this year. He's kind of able to show me the ropes, which is really nice because, first year doing it. So,
right.
I'll just listen and he'll tell me what to do, and I'll be like, okay, sounds good. Let's do it today. So, and then I have Matt Stone as a junior this year, and this is his third year running. I have August Jones as a sophomore, and this is his second year. And then I have Landon Grieve as a freshman. They started doing middle school cross country here last year, so this is actually Landon's second year as well.
Perfect. Okay. And next week at Sibley Ocheyedan, and that will be on Tuesday. That should be another good meet.
Yeah, I like this course a lot. I've seen it before. The other two I had not seen, so I was a little curious to see how we would do. But this Sibley's course is a really good course, and I think we can have some nice success there.
Perfect. All right, Bailey. Well, thanks for updating us on Harris Lake Park Cross Country. Best of luck next week at Sibley.
Great. Thank you so much, Scott.
All right, that is Harris Lake Park Cross Country coach Bailey DeBolt.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Halftime between Harris Lake Park and Remsen St. Mary's. It's 22-0. Remsen St. Mary's with a good lead, but they scored all those points in that first quarter. And then the second quarter, Wolves stepped it up a little bit, started playing a little bit better. And all they need is a score, and I think, Mitch, they might be considered. I'd consider them right back into this game.
Yes, yeah, Tim. We know that they have the playmaking capability with Bubba Sohn and Lucas Gundersen, in that backfield for Harris Lake Park. But yeah, they just not being able to execute there towards the end of those drives. But for Remsen St. Mary's, not really been the case. It's been those big plays that have been the scoring so far, and they lead 22-0. Also got a couple scores around our sister stations on KUOO at halftime. It's the number 1A team, OABCIG, leading Spirit Lake 20-7 after the first half, and still same score on Y100 at the end of the first half. Algona leads 21-6 over Emmitsburg.
So we get offered pizza, and I don't see where you put mine.
That's
you got yourself one and nothing for me.
I don't know what to say. That was my good friend Chris. Left me a good slice. I get to have a fan or two every now and then.
I had one, and he gave us steak sandwiches, and I got you one too. And now,
let me.
We're done.
No. Allow me to try to MacGyver this with my pen, and we could each have a thin one. There we go. We still got time before the start of the second half here.
Just still stretching out and still getting ready for the second half. A couple of minutes to go here before the second half kicks off. We've updated the scores. Let's talk a little bit about the senior night here for Harris Lake Park. It's odd, second game, and first home game, and it's senior night, but with the shortened season and everything, you want to get them in. And go ahead.
Yeah, plus you see some of these teams, kind of just canceling their seasons. And there's just a lot of uncertainty, but ultimately I would like to think that a lot of these, I would think mostly, if not all these players, are very thankful to at least be on the gridiron this fall and playing mostly everybody's favorite sport here, and while also just representing their schools and communities on their jerseys. And going down the list here, we do see a lot of big names here for the Wolves at the senior helm. Obviously got to mention quarterback and safety Bubba Sohn, offensive and defensive lineman Tyler Jerva, gotta get my bearings straight here. Lucas Gunn. Yeah, no. We still got 3 more seasons of Tice. So I'm excited to see what he could do.
Yeah.
We got Lucas Gundersen as the tailback and linebacker. We know he just flies all over the field. Jackson Hykins on the line, 6'3", and Dylan Meyer as the leading receiver so far this year for the Wolves.
That is the seniors on senior night. About a minute and a half to go before this game starts. We're going to take another 1-minute break here on Q102 and come back with the start of the second half. Explore Okoboji.com and Q102.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Hi, this is Kayleen, the service manager at Okoboji Motor Company. 2020 has been a year of change and uncertainty. Our hours are the same, Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have the same experienced staff you've learned to trust to care for your vehicle needs. We will continue to support our communities and our schools because we care about you, our customers. Our service department is constantly running specials. Check them out at okobojigmtoyota.com. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay loyal, as we will for you. Thank you. Okoboji Motor Company, Service Department.
Minnesota Twins were behind in a back end of a doubleheader game today, and they came back and won it. So they ended up getting a two-game victory today in the doubleheader against Detroit. Wolves hoping to come back from 22 down in this second half and try to get their first victory of the season and their home opener. They trail it. They'll be kicking off to start the second half, and they'll be kicking from left to right to Remsen St. Mary's. It'll be Gavin Elser to kick. Fish and Koink back to receive. I'm Tim Peterson. He's Mitch Kieran. And the second half is boom! Huge kick underway. Into the end zone is Fish. On the touchback.
How about Gavin Elser? He's got quite a boot on him, as we saw that punt go all the way to the 2-yard line one time, and now that kick end over end all the way back to the end zone. That was the first kickoff we've seen today of Harris Lake Park.
Sadly enough for the Wolves, their first kickoff of the game.
Hopefully that continues to change, and their first stance this second half on hopefully the turnaround trend here will be coming on defense.
Hawks have the ball on their own 15-yard line. They got receivers put to the left, man in motion to the right. They hand it off, and right up the middle goes Koink, and he's hit hard by two defenders for the Wolves. No gain, maybe a yard gain. It was Gundersen and Elser on the tackle. As the second half is underway here in Lake Park. The sun is pretty much set. Over in the west there. Two to the right, two to the left. Man in motion from left to right. And it's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. Bunkers up the middle. Not much going there. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9. I'll see it now. They gave me a 3rd and 8. 3rd and 7. I'm just going to keep adding on until you stop me. 3rd and 7.
That looks like a healthy 7.
Okay. 3rd and 7, 2 to the left. Uncle Joe listening in Remsen, Iowa tonight. Grad from Remsen St. Mary's. Rolling right and passing right is Bunkers man open, and guess who? Brownsmiller wide open. First down, Remsen St. Mary's up near midfield to the 39-yard line. It's a first down for the Hawks. Nice first 3rd down conversion for Remsen St. Mary's.
Nice little roll out there that time by Bunkers. Nice little throw on the run, and who else but Brownmiller? He's caught all but one of Bunkers' passes so far, and he was the fill-in tonight for Jensen, but again, he's been putting the team on his back through the air.
2 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 in the backfield, and the snap looking to pass over the middle, throwing over the middle. Browns is picked off, intended for Brownsville, and intercepted by the Wolves. And I got so excited. Intended for Brownsmiller. I was saying Brownsville, but who cares? It's in Wolves football.
Bubba Sohn, and he came in out of nowhere from behind Brownmiller, and that ball ever so slightly underthrown. Sohn just enter a little intersection route that time, and an interception, and a big play that time for the quarterback at the free safety position. Sohn. Now he's going to try to flip side and lead the Wolves down the field.
Second interception thrown here tonight by Bunkers, and it's Wolves football at the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10. See if that gets them a little fired up, and if they can get something going offensively here. Could be a big motivation swing. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, run on the backfield. Sohn takes the snap and fakes right, looks left, over the middle now. Looking downfield, launches it. Receiver fell down. It's going to be picked off by Koink. He's going to be tackled at the 27-yard line, and that's just the receiver falling down on that one. You can't really put too much of that on Sohn.
Yeah, he's been throwing up a lot of balls tonight that could be contested either way, and it's about the second time tonight we've seen a Wolf just as an intended target get tripped up by the shoestrings, and that is costly that time. As
they're going to have to go to the Velcro straps like the old school.
Or tape them up or something, but got to make some adjustments. That's a lot easier said than done in the middle of a game.
1 to the left, bunched in. They hand it off in the backfield. Fisher on the right side. He gets around the end flag in the backfield. It's going to be a late hit on the Wolves, and a nice gain up down the right side. About a 15-yard scamper there by Fish. All the way out across midfield. They mark them at they marked it back a little bit. They'll put it at the 37-yard line.
And there's a little hanky in the backfield as Bunkers was just hammered in the backfield after the handoff that time, and that's going to tack on even more yardage in favor of Remsen St. Mary's.
Say they got to him a little bit late. Marching off 15 yards from the end of the play So it ends up being a huge gain for Remsen St. Mary's, and they're in business here in the Wolves' end of the field.
And we see another part of the pattern here, Tim. A big play that could really start to get some momentum in favor of the Wolves in that zone interception, but then an interception thrown by him right back in the next play, and a big run by Fish and a penalty. And Remsen St. Mary's is looking in good shape once again. Ball at the HLP 24.
Here's the snap. Bunker's going to take it to the near side. Good pressure in the backfield. He eludes. He scampers forward. Ends up getting a short gain on that carry. And Sohn's coming out holding his right forearm, and that does not look good. And his right shoulder, maybe it's his shoulder. It's not good when your right-handed quarterback is holding his shoulder and wincing in pain.
Yeah, he's definitely in pain out there, and
he's off the field. It's 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line. Here's the snap. Quick pass to the right. Browns-Miller catches it on the slant, then breaks a tackle, slips it down, all the way down, and he is in the end zone once again. A 19-yard pass and catch. Bunkers to Browns-Miller. Surprise, surprise, and it's 28-0. It's been that connection all evening. 9:08 here in the third quarter. And we'll see if they go for one or two.
And with that, Tim, that is now 92 yards on the night on 6 catches and all 3 of the touchdowns through the air going to number 18, Damon Brown-Miller, and he has without a doubt been Bunker's favorite target.
Koink will kick this extra point, it appears. Here's a high snap, gets it down, kick is up, and kick is good. 29-0 with 9:08 to go in the third quarter. Another score for Remsen St. Mary's. They're up big here now against Harris Lake Park. We'll be back in 1 minute on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
29-0. Remsen St. Mary's gets the score and the extra point. Now they're ready to kick off right to left. Friday Night Lights. Here we go. Koink, boom. Kicks a high floater down the far sideline. It's going to bounce a couple times, and it's going to be picked up. And the return is moving up the far sideline and gets a block. And gaining a few is Tice Gundersen.
All the way up to about the 25. But it looks like Bubba Stone's still on the sideline and obvious discomfort in that right shoulder. So they're going to put some ice on it. And now it looks like we're going to Tice Gundersen. He gets the play call from head coach Lane Gundersen. And all right, the young sophomore, 5'9", 155, coming out onto the field for the Wolves. Only thrown one pass so far this year, an incompletion last week. Now let's see if he can get things going for Harris Lake Park, trailing 29-0 here in the third.
Remsen with their backup quarterback. Now Harris Lake Park with theirs. We'll see if he can get something going here offensively for the Wolves. Takes the snap. He does the option, kicks it back, and Gundersen with it. And he is going to be shoved out of bounds. That was Lucas getting it. Give him a couple. Well, they were 1 yard. They marked at the 25. 1 yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. 8:56 to go in this third quarter.
I think a few more of our Harris Lake Park sponsors on Q102. Jay Cox Implements, Savings Bank of Lake Park, and C&B Operations. And a big reminder, next week, looks like we will be back in Hartley Melvin Sanborn as they host South O'Brien.
Gundersen takes a snap to the left, one right, looking to pass. He's going to fire one, and good defensive play. Knocking that ball away. Coming over the back was Waldschmidt. to knock that away from Gundersen.
Levi Waldschmidt's made a couple of nice run stops earlier tonight, and this time just reaching over the shoulder to bat that pass away. And completion by the young Tice Gundersen.
Brings up 3rd and 9 from the Wolves' 35-yard line. Trailing by 29. Gundersen running the play into the huddle. Breaks the huddle. Here we go. They need 9. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Gundersen takes his snap. Rolls right, looking to pass. Here comes the defense, and they're going to get him. Sack him down at the 20-yard line. Loss of 5 will bring up 4th and long. And the Wolves' offense does nothing again.
Yeah, just that play. Nothing opened up for Gundersen. He rolled out the right way, but Remsen St. Mary's, they cracked down to the line of scrimmage, and they walloped him again for about a loss of 5. And now we look down to the sideline. Bubba Sohn, shoulder pads off, ice on the shoulder. I wonder if that return might be doubtful, but, you know, you got to protect your star quarterback.
There's a punt down the left sideline. Takes a hop, and it's a good roll for the Wolves all the way inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line. A great punt. Remsen St. Mary's will take over there with 8:01 remaining in the third quarter.
I tell you, though, Gavin Elser, how about him as a kicker and a punter so far? He can really put a charge behind that football, and now Remsen St. Mary's stacked up all the way back to their own 5.
Got the end over the end kick there, and it landed and just kept hopping all the way down the field. That brings us at the 8-minute mark, 8 minute 1 second. That'll be a disinfection timeout. We'll take one as well, a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back with more. We'll be back with more football here on Q102.
Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Northwest Bank is top notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
8:01 remaining in the third quarter. Another score in this third quarter. The Remsen St. Mary's got 3 scores in the first quarter, and now they got 1 in the third quarter. Nothing in the second quarter. And they'll have the football here against Harris Lake Park.
Big time talk now from head coach Lane Gundersen as the defense finally comes back out onto the field. And a lot of times field possession has been in favor of Remsen St. Mary's, and now they're backed up to their own 5-yard line. Gavin Elser, a good highlight tonight on special teams, but let's see if Harris Lake Park can finally turn the tide in their favor. Get a good defensive stand here against a Hawks offense that looks very solid here tonight.
2 to the left, 1 in the backfield for Bunkers. He sends a man in motion, and they're going to give it up the middle. Big opening. It's Koink across the 15 to the 20 to the 25 to the 30. Wolves pursuing across midfield down to the 35 and finally pulled out of bounds. A huge run for Koink. They mark him down at the 34-yard line. He ran that from the 5-yard line. A huge rumble.
That looks like about a gain of 31 yards. That is a good run there from the starting tailback, Jeremy Koink. And we talk a lot about Harbinaugh, but Koink, 14 rushing touchdowns a year ago, over 1,000 yards, so he is also a very solid player in the backfield.
Bunkers takes the snap, sends Koink in motion, fakes it. No, he does give it to him. He'll bring it around the right side, break one tackle, and then get hit. After a couple-yard gain, Hikins in on that tackle. A little banged up after that one. Jackson will shake it off. So both starting quarterbacks out of this game as of now.
It was on defense where Sohn definitely got a wrong contact and point on the shoulder, and shoulder pads off, ice on the throwing arm, and just a really tough moment there for the senior quarterback.
Snap to Bunkers, looks left, throws left, out pattern caught. Fish has it, and he's down to the 27-yard line. Gain of 5 on that. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. We'll make it 3, 3rd and 3. If these refs would mark the ball down where I see it, I wouldn't have to correct myself so often.
All right, now Fish has got to be around 100 yards of total offense tonight, and a rushing touchdown for him. He's another secret weapon there.
Give to Koink up the middle, breaks to the left side, enough for the first down. He's across the 20 and inside the red zone. Brought down at the 18-yard line.
Gain of 9.
Another first down for Remsen St. Mary's, and looking to score again here. Beautiful evening for football. 2 to the right. Here's the snap. Bunkers option. Back to Koink. Cuts it up. He's got some room. Gets grabbed by the ankles. He drags the defender with him. And finally brought down. It was Dylan Meyer who had him by the shoes. Gain of 9.
I say something here quick. If you're Coach Osterman, you got to love that from your wideouts. You see Brown, Miller, as well as Walschmidt just giving really tough kick-out blocks right there, allowing a nice hole for Koink as he just got tackled by the shoestrings that time. But also nice to see that from your playmaking wide receivers to also block 2.
2nd down, 1 yard to go. Playbook wide open, I would think, here at the 9-yard line of the Wolves. Koink taking the snap. He takes it right up the middle, and he's going to be stuffed. Gilmore in on the tackle. See if they give him anything. No signal. There it is. It's enough for a first down for Remsen St. Mary's. It'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, you got just enough. We're down to 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Thank the last of our sponsors, State Farm Insurance Agent Scott Troutman, Heartland Paint, Glass, and Locksmithing, as well as the Eye Care Center of Spirit Lake, our official post-game show sponsor. Don't forget to stick around for that. Hopefully we'll get to talk to some of the coaches immediately following this game.
From the 6, Bunkers hands it off to Koink, and he's hit right away. Spins and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Gilmore again in on that tackle. Bring up 2nd down. Don't think he gained anything there. One to the right, one to the left, or make that 2 to the left. One to the right, one on the backfield is Koink. Bunkers barks up the call, sends a man in motion left to right. He's going to option to the near side. It's to Koink. He's got the end, and he's got the corner, and he's got a touchdown for Remsen St. Mary's. They do it again. They go up now 35-0 on the 6-yard scamper by Koink. Boy, the quarters, first quarter, they start the game good, do nothing in the 2nd quarter. Now here in the 3rd quarter, they've scored again a couple times, as have the Hawks.
Yeah, Koink's going to line up for the PAT here. This time it was all him on this drive. 7 carries we had him for 67 total yards, and he capped it off this time from 9 yards out for the 5th touchdown from the Hawks tonight.
Extra point try is up, and it is good. 36-0 Remsen St. Mary's all over Harris Lake Park here in Lake Park. It is the 3rd quarter, and we'll be back with more football here on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Farmers and ranchers take on so much risk. They have so many things out of their control. They want somebody to be there for them. They want the ability to take care of them when they're in need.
They see the value in what they're doing to rural agriculture. The support they have, the product they have, it's just first class. If you want to put it this way, I bleed green.
For C&B, we've always been about growth the right way. We got to be there with high integrity and have people know they can trust that we're behind them for the long term.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
What does it mean to be on a team? It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest, member FDIC.
0, Remsen St. Mary's leading Harris at Lake Park in this high school football match in the Harris Lake Park home opener and senior night. I'm Tim Peterson. He's Mitch Kieran, and well, it's all Remsen St. Mary's in this one. Both quarterbacks, the starters, are out in this one, but Wolves had theirs injured, and the Hawks just didn't make the trip due to possible potential illness.
Yeah, better to be safe than sorry, but Hawks picking up with what they have, and obviously a very deep football program, good roster. Not hard to see why I ranked number 2 in 8-man class. Correction on that last call. There's 6 yards at that run from Coink for the score. And update after 3 quarters of play on Y100. The Algona Bulldogs still leading the Emmitsburg Ehawks, but not by much. 21-19 is the score.
Be the Hawks kicking right to left. Bunkers in to kick. This kickoff. Sometimes you get a little worried when they switch kickers, maybe a little trickery. You never know. I wouldn't think so with this lead, but no, boom. Line drive kick goes over the head and in and through the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and the Wolves will start on their own 15-yard line with 4:04 to go in the third quarter.
Another update on KUOO. Still back from halftime. It was OABCIG on top of Spirit Lake, 20-7. Also, we could go over some area games around. Also, an 8-man football, West Bend Mallard at Kingsley Pearson as they break the huddle.
Split 2 to the left. Here's the snap. Hand off to the near side. Gundersen just gets across the 15-yard line, and he's stopped there. Bring up second down.
Not just that, in 11-man football, we have Dennison Schleswig. Oh, thank you, Tim. At Spencer, MOC Floyd Valley at Esterville Lincoln Central. North Union at Okoboji. Hartley Melvin Sanborn at Sibley Cheaton. Sioux Central at East Sac and Manson at Pocahontas area.
Boy, you say that fast enough, it almost sounds like he sneezed. Schleswig.
One more time? That's fun. I like that.
1 to the right, 2 to the left. Here's the snap. And running it up the middle. Nice little run by Gilmore or Gundersen, but he fumbles at the end, and Remsen jumps on it. It'll be Hawk football.
Yeah, that ball just squirted out there at the end. He got about 7. It rolls forward for another 3. And Remsen St. Mary's is going to set up shop. That's Harris Lake Park's 25, so they're just going to... So it looks like the clock will stop after they still lead 36-0. So we'll be continuous clock, but after the turnover, we're stopped at 3:03.
Well,
Remsen St. Mary's going to try to keep on adding as offensive unit comes back out into the field.
They stopped it momentarily as they had to get some headlights shut off out there. I don't know if that would hinder Remsen the way they've been playing here tonight.
It ought to hinder any football team. I'm not sure if it was an issue in the past. I think all their scores have been heading this way, though.
Yeah, right to left.
Yeah.
For just for fun, I think all the cars in the parking lot should turn the lights on, and then we should shut the football field lights off when Remsen has the football, just to, spice things up a little bit. It's home cooking, right?
Yeah, that's interesting right there. That's
Wait till you go to Remsen to play and see what happens.
Quite an idea, Tim.
Here's the handoff. Fish around the far side. He's got the corner. He's going to battle to come close to getting a first down there. Perkins in on that tackle, but a nice gain is picked up. It'll be 2nd and 1.
That puts him definitely over the 100-yard mark. We now have him down for around 72 yards. I have him for 4 carries. So Brendan Fish on these jet sweeps has been killer so far, as he already has 1 touchdown on the ground. That one from about 41 yards out back in the first quarter.
Got Frog listening in over there in Remsen. Thanks for tuning us in, Frog. It's a good guy there. Here's the snap. Here's Fish on the near side, and not going to get much, maybe a yard on that scamper. Clock is just running clock now with a 36-point lead for Remsen.
And they've been very consistent so far driving the football, and just a couple times that their drives have been cut short by a nice 3-and-out showing early in the first quarter from the Harris Lake Park defense, and 2 interceptions thrown by Jackson Bunkers. But apart that, he's been playing very solid at quarterback.
3rd and 1, trying to get the first down. Bunkers takes a snap, rolls right, looks right, throws right into the end zone, diving forward and catching in the end zone, dragging the feet, touchdown, Remsen St. Mary's. And I'm too old to be able to see that far.
I think that is number...
Brown Miller again? That's 15, wasn't it?
That is Cale Ortman, his first catch from 25 yards out, and good for a touchdown. That was another one of those number changes, but a big 6'1" tight end, only a sophomore, dragging the toes across the pylon for an impressive catch.
How many yards out did you say that was?
25.
25.
And on the run, too, another nice pass on the rollout from Bunkers.
Coink's extra point is good. And the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks just keep on rolling. 43 rip over Harris Lake Park. 1:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Back with more football here on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Cox Implement in Lake Park, your Case IH, Can-Am, Bobcat, Ferris, and Cub Cadet Mower headquarters of Northwest Iowa, is a proud supporter of Harris Lake Park sports. Come on in for a test drive. J. Cox Implement of Lake Park, in stock and ready to rock.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Gundersen up the far sideline. Gets it out past the 20. Remsen St. Mary's leading Harris Lake Park 43-0. I'm Tim Peterson. He's Mitchell Kieran. Michael back at the station, and on the camera is Tim Silper on the video streaming.
Yeah, big thanks to Tim and Michael for keeping us afloat here on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com. The last drive marked the 5th Hawk of this game to score, and Cale Ortman catching Jax Bunker's 4th passing touchdown from 25 yards down that last drive as the clock continues to wind down under 40 seconds now in the 3rd.
Tice Gundersen with 2 to the right, 1 to the left. He'll take the snap and keep it, running up the middle. He's got a little bit of a gap, cuts it up, and a nice little pickup there for Gundersen to the 30-yard line.
That's a nice gain, about 7. Nice cut there from the young Gundersen, trying to...
Good job by that offensive line, giving him a nice hole to run through, too.
Absolutely good kick-out blocks, cut it right up the seam and up the middle of the field. Gundersen had a nice little run in the last drive, which ended in that fumble. Now he's trying to quickly flush that and carry onward as we got 12 more minutes to play.
Final play of the 3rd quarter coming up here. They better get the snap off. They do. And they hand it off to Gundersen. He's going to break a tackle, plow forward. He's going to get close to that first down. Needed 3, and if he got it, he earned it as the 3rd quarter ends. And they mark it. Look at the chains. They talk for a minute. And now they're mesmerized by the pizza truck in the parking lot with the lights flashing up and down. No signal, so I think it's just going to be 2nd down and short to go for the Wolves when we return with the 4th quarter in 30 seconds here on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Heard it all. I could have swore the light was green, the deer came out of nowhere, my son thought the narrow pedal was the brake. But the reason you need auto body repair doesn't matter to us. What matters is we make your car like new, and the process is easy for you. This is Casey, Collision Center Manager at Okoboji Motor Company. We bring over 45 years of experience in our department, offer free loaner vehicles, free estimates, work with all insurance companies, and handle all the paperwork. When life happens and you need collision repair, know that you can count on us, the Collision Center at Okoboji Motor Company.
In that break, they decided to go ahead and give them the first down. So 1st and 10.
Yeah, they were asking if they wanted to get the chain gang out there and measure it, but
I think they're like, hey, it's 43 to nothing. Just give them the darn first down.
Yeah,
Remsen St. Mary's all over Harris Lake Park here.
Yeah, Harris Lake Park without starting quarterback Bubba Sohn
and starting safety.
Yeah, and for starting free safety, definitely one of their top players of the past few years here for the Wolves, and the shoulder injury looks to be apparently, and I gotta hope he'll be back by next week. Nothing too serious there, but
well, the Wolves missing a big key member from last year's squad who graduated, Abdullah Albaitri.
Very tough player.
I was told he was going to and will maybe still do walk on at Iowa. He's down there taking classes at the University of Iowa.
Very good, and without a doubt, it'd make the Wolves community here proud. And also, now without Isaac Einden, 21 receiving touchdowns last year.
Up at Minnesota West. Here's a pass deep down the left. Gundersen pushes off. No call on it. He was stride for stride with Koink. The ball just overthrown. Incomplete pass is all it ends up being.
Yeah, overthrown, but not by much. It looked promising. Gundersen racing down the sideline. He had a beat on his corner. I believe that to be...
That was Koink.
Yeah, Jeremy Koink coming back there. And just a matter of feet on that. Koink just a few feet behind Gundersen, and that ball just a few feet overthrown.
Well, if we like to go to Remsen for Oktoberfest, they've had a long tradition of that over there. I've been there a couple times in the last couple years. They're not having it this year. They have canceled it. If anybody who's thinking about doing that, here's a snap. Gundersen's going to keep this one himself, and he's going to go nowhere. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Score update at the start of the second half. Hard to believe over on KUOO already. Spirit Lake Indians score on their opening drive. Still the Falcons of OABCIG leading Spirit Lake 20-14. And we're already here in the fourth quarter.
I love that you threw the Falcons in there. I was wondering what their mascot would be for a school with that many letters in their name.
Yeah, and got a lot of options.
I personally probably would have gone with LMNOP, but that's just me. 2 to the right, 1 in the backfield. Here's the snap. Gundersen will pass again, looking, pressure coming. He rolls out, he eludes it to the right, and a nice bullet pass. It'll be short of the first down. What a nice pass and catch. Low, and the only one who could catch that was Gundersen with the angle he had, and he did. And a flag in the backfield, and it's against Remsen, their first penalty of the night.
Defensive holding, so, hey, they complete that pass for about 9 yards. And I wonder if they're going to tack this on here, but yeah, with that, we saw a nice little scramble there from Tice Gundersen, channeling a little bit of Bubba Sohn to roll out to his right, get a nice dart on the run, and
just low, and only Gundersen could catch it as he came back for it.
Very nice play there from the young quarterback.
Basically had to dive back for it, but a nice catch nonetheless. So that'll mark it 3rd and, what do we got, about 2 here. From the 39-yard line of Remsen St. Mary's. I got some of their backups in the game, a few scattered in there, I believe, defensively. Here's a handoff to Lucas Gundersen, and he's got nothing. He's going to lose a yard as he's brought down right at midfield.
Yeah, it was Tate Gilmore getting that off tackle. And
Gilmore, I said Gundersen.
Yeah, he just couldn't get a hole that time.
Chances are pretty good saying a Gundersen, but...
Oh, he's at quarterback now. Luke is still out there.
Tice running back in, taking over the reins. The injury to Sohn. 4th, and they moved it back to after that loss. 4th and 3. Looking to pass right at midfield. Koink thought it was going to be a punt. He's still running back down into the play. They run it to the right, and it won't be enough. Gain of 2. We'll leave them a yard short, and it'll be a turnover on downs. It'll be Remsen St. Mary's ball as they look like they got some clean jerseys coming into the game over there now with this huge lead.
Without a doubt, we see
number 64.
New number 3, Alex Schrader. You said 64 with Caden Gropper. A new 52, Ty Tritz in there for Remsen St. Mary's. He'll be at the center position.
Bunkers at the quarterback. Low snack, bobbles it. Defense just comes exploding and missed him. And now he loses a couple tackles and able to scamper back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a play that probably should have ended a few seconds prior, but just couldn't quite wrap him up. Got to work on wrap-up tackling, especially late in the game. So Harris Lake Park still got some things to work on here before next Friday.
They had high hopes, and even the media had them pretty high in the rankings, but so far have not looked impressive this year.
Well,
here's a handoff up the middle, across the midfield, and all the way down to right the 35-yard line.
Well, we do mention that they have been without their 2 of their toughest players to contain last year, Isaac Einan and Abdul Baitri, but it's not also to take any emphasis off their strength of schedule, especially through these first 2 weeks. Newell Fonda,
yes.
2 ranked opponents and very well put together. They had a lot of returning players, and they had their work cut out for them these first 2 weeks.
That was Schrader in the backfield. Now the snap is fumbled, and Schrader's going to run forward and jump on it. Right at midfield, it's going to be a loss of 5. Schroeder, a 5'9", 160-pound sophomore.
And the clock continues to tick away here at below 7:40.
Talk and tick.
Yes, absolutely. And Remsen St. Mary's, they'll carry their momentum not next Friday, but in 2 weeks when they go back on the road at West Bend Mallard. And for Harris Lake Park, it'll be a big week of practice before next Friday, returning right back here against Kingsley Pearson.
Yeah, punt here on 4th down and 8 to go, left to right. Remsen St. Mary's to boot it away. 7:10 to go in the game. These snaps have been a little off mark here lately. We'll keep an eye on this one. That's a good one. And it's punted away, and the punter's hit. No penalty. They say no, he was knocked into him. Gundersen breaks one tackle on the return, and now he breaks another one, but another one of the Remsen St. Mary's players is there to pounce on him. And they stop him. And the Wolves will have it at their 10-yard line. Another timeout as they're at the 6:42 mark of the 4th quarter. 43-0, Remsen St. Mary's all over Harris Lake Park here in Lake Park. We'll be back in 1 minute with more football here on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Cox Implement in Lake Park, your Case IH, Can-Am, Bobcat, Ferris, and Cub Cadet Mower headquarters of Northwest Iowa, is a proud supporter of Harris Lake Park sports. Come on in for a test drive. J. Cox Implement of Lake Park, in stock and ready to rock.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Wolves trailing against Remsen 43-0, but they have the football, and some of the non-starters looking to do something here in this 4th quarter. Right now, still waiting for him to take the field.
Yeah, we have a couple of close matchups on our family of stations on KUOO. Spirit Lake got off to a good start in the second half to close the gap to 20-14. Still trailing by 6 to OABCIG, and on Y100 last time we heard was at the end of the 3rd quarter over there. 21-19, Algona ahead by Emmetsburg by 2 points. And over here, it's been all Remsen St. Mary's so far. 43-0 after the safety timeout.
Well, if you took out the first and third quarter, we'd be tied at 0 still.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the snap. And they fake the sweep, and it's a keeper. They are going to do a wide receiver sweep. They fake that. Gundersen kept it, runs to the far side, gets a few yards. Short gain on the play. Shorg on the tackle.
Nice gain about 4, maybe 5.
So 2nd and 6 from the 15. Gundersen takes a snap, gives it up the middle. Lucas runs it forward, and a short gain again for the Wolves. Pulled down at the 19. Third and 2, 5:50 to go in the ball game.
Big reminder, Iowa High School Scoreboard Show makes another edition tonight following Spirit Lake and OABCIG at 10 p.m. on sister station KUOO, and, of course, the Coaches Show tomorrow morning at 8:15, also on KUOO.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Fake the handoff in the backfield, looking to pass. Gundersen going on the near side, wide open downfield. Meyer, and it's overthrown. Oh, he had him. He had him down there. Dylan Meyer had his defender beat by a few steps, and the ball just overthrown by about a yard. He had all daylight in front of him. Instead, it goes for nothing, and it brings up 4th and 2. Remsen's thinking there's going to be a punt here. They send back Shorg for the return. Meyer in punt formation. He's looking to punt this one. Here's a snap, and it is a punt to the far side. Hash marks, 1 hop. Shorg picks it up at the 20. Dancing around, right, left, boom, gets hit and dropped. He ran backwards a little bit, and it was Tice Gundersen getting back there and taking out his legs nicely. Good tackle there by Gundersen.
Absolutely, that'll stop the clock at 4:29. Hawks set up shop at around, looks to be the 16-yard line. Let's take a look at next week's action as go in with the play here on Q102. We'll be back at HMS. Hartley Melvin Sanborn hosting South O'Brien. More on that in a little bit.
1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Bunkers from the shotgun. 2 left, 2 right. Man comes in motion, far side, near side, and he's going to get the ball. Schrader up the middle with it. Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And hopefully the HMS Hawks doing a good job over on the road at Sibley Cheaton. Next week on KUOO, we'll have Spirit Lake on the road at Algona. And on Y100 and the ExploreOkoboji.com video stream, Hinton will be at Emmitsburg. And again, be sure to check out our full broadcast schedule anytime at ExploreOkoboji.com under the sports page.
Bunkers lines him up. He's got Schroeder in the backfield with him, 1 to the right and 2 to the left this time. 3 on that line. Sends a man far side, near side, and gives it to Schroeder out of the backfield. Schrader breaks through. He's off over the 30 to 35. He's got it room to the 40 to the 35 and yanked down from behind. A big carry from the 22-yard line all the way up to the 35-yard line. And we might have a horse collar tackle on the end of that. Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's against the Wolves on that tackle. So looking to tack on even more here. And they mark it at the 34-yard line. Huge run there. Alex did a good job following his blockers.
And for the most part, these penalties have been hurting Harris Lake Park considerably more than Remsen St. Mary's.
Well, they've had a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the ones they've had haven't been nice, 5-yarders or something. They've had 10, 15 yarders, it seems like, every time.
You're right.
Under 3 minutes to go. 1 left. 2 right, 1 in the backfield of Schroeder. Bunkers sends a man in the motion, right side to left side. He'll keep it himself. Runs around the right side, gets good blocking downfield. going for that end zone, and he is, I believe, in. Yep. Bunkers keeps it himself with a 19-yard touchdown scamper, and Remsen St. Mary's just keeps lighting up the scoreboard.
From 19 yards out.
Okay, it's a fourth quarter score. They hadn't scored in the second or fourth yet.
And that's also Jackson Bunkers' first touchdown scamper on the ground from 19 yards out. Did a nice little sidestep inside the pylon to juke out a Wolf blue jersey that time, and a nice little run from the sophomore quarterback. And here's signs of the future here for Remsen St. Mary's. 5 touchdowns tonight for him.
Halfway to 100. Attempt is up, and they got it. 50-0 as Coink kicks it through. With 2:33 to go. And this lead just gets bigger for Remsen. We'll take another minute break and be back here on Q102 and explore Okoboji.com.
Savings Bank is proud to be your full-service banking location in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park, and offer a warm welcome to all individuals, businesses, and farmers. Savings Bank is a proud supporter of our local students and all their activities. Stop by and experience what quality, friendly, and trustworthy hometown banking is all about. Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
Hi, this is Kayleen, the service manager at Okoboji Motor Company. 2020 has been a year of change and uncertainty. Our hours are the same, Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have the same experienced staff you've learned to trust to care for your vehicle needs. We will continue to support our communities and our schools because we care about you, our customers. Our service department is constantly running specials. Check them out at okobojigmtoyota.com. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay loyal, as we will for you. Thank you. Okoboji Motor Company, Service Department.
Remsen St. Mary's kicks off, and the return is by Devin Meyer right near his goal line. Runs it out nicely to the 15-yard line, and the Harris Lake Park Wolves will set up there with 2 minutes to go in this ball game. And it's a lot to a little.
And getting some first snaps here on the varsity squad. Number 13, Lucas Aaronstorff in at quarterback, and there's a tough first snap. Goes in the backfield. And there goes through the 5-hole.
Talk about dropping hockey terms, and you got her in there.
Well, it applies here.
Top right corner, top left corner, 1-2, and then bottom right, bottom left, 3-4, and right between the goalie's legs is 5, and that one went through the 5-hole.
Yeah, this is math.
Devin Meyer jumped on that ball. Loss on the play. Try it again. Aaronstorff gets another bad snap, and it's a touchback, I believe, right?
Oh, that's
what do they call it?
Well, it went out the back of the end zone. There's the correct.
Okay.
There's the correct hand language. Yes.
He wasn't calling. He wasn't signaling it correctly. But there's the safety. Yeah.
He was waving, but there we go. There's a safety. Back-to-back snaps go past the young freshman quarterback. This one out the back of the end zone for 2 points in favor of Remsen St. Mary's.
2 more points added on, 52-0, and HLP will punt here.
Yeah, you ought to think this would have to be the last drive. We're just going to see some of these final seconds tick down here. 73 seconds to go, and it's really just been nothing but Remsen St. Mary's in this one. And again, when you look at some of the names on this Harris Lake Park team, you'd think it may be a little bit closer of a matchup, but they just they again, like I mentioned, they had glimpses of some big plays. They were making some big plays from block punts to interceptions, and even some big passes, but just couldn't find ways to execute after making those plays.
Saw some good things. There's some good things to take with you. We'll be talking to Coach Gundersen afterwards.
Yeah, just got to find a way to put it together, and hopefully they can find a way to do that next Friday against Kingsley Pearson.
A punt from the 15-yard line. Boom. To the 28 of Remsen. Schroeder catches it across midfield, the 35, the 30. Breaks the tackle and is shoved out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Remsen St. Mary's will have it in HLP territory with 1 minute remaining in this ball game. I suspect that they'll just be running some plays here, some running plays. Running plays.
Yes.
52-0. Time to reshuffle the deck. And they 52 pickup? Catch up. No, you're not playing my game. Okay, I'll keep talking, Mitch.
No, it was pickup, and you got right the first time.
Bunkers will take the snap and take a knee.
That'll do it. That ought to be underneath the play clock as we're down to 22 and head right for the sidelines. Just all I got to do is reset it. And there we go.
Play clock's reset, and game clock is down to 10 seconds. They won't even start the play clock. It will not matter. This one's going to end. It's a 52-0 blowout. Remsen St. Mary's over Harris Lake Park. Remsen St. Mary's will go to 2-0 on the season. Harris Lake Park will drop to 0-2 on the season.
Definitely not the start Harris Lake Park was hoping for, but like I mentioned, 2 ranked opponents in weeks number 1 and 2 was not going to be an easy feat, but now the Wolves got their backs against the wall, starting off 0-2 and not in pretty fashion, but hey, still got 5 more regular season games, an automatic 1 playoff game, and
just keep
I still think
better.
There's a lot of potential left. We got to hope Bubba Sohn's going to return back healthy, and some more of these players are just going to start to put it together.
Well, it's time for our post-game show, and it's coming up from the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake, courtesy of Dr. Norland and Dr. Cornwall. We'll be back in 3 minutes. This is high school football on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
J. Cox Implement in Lake Park, your Case IH, Can-Am, Bobcat, Ferris, and Cub Cadet Mower headquarters of Northwest Iowa, is a proud supporter of Harris Lake Park Sports. Come on in for a test drive. J. Cox Implement of Lake Park, in stock and ready to rock.
Farmers and ranchers take on so much risk. They have so many things out of their control. They want somebody to be there for them. They want the ability to take care of them when they're in need.
They see the value in what they're doing to rural agriculture. The support they have, the product they have, it's just first class. If you want to put it this way, I bleed green.
For C&B, we've always been about growth the right way. We got to be there with high integrity and have people know they can trust that we're behind them for the long term.
The Savings Bank is proud to be your full-service banking location in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park, and offer a warm welcome to all individuals, businesses, and farmers. Savings Bank is a proud supporter of our local students and all their activities. Stop by and experience what quality, friendly, and trustworthy hometown banking is all about. Savings Bank, member FDIC.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold's Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold's Park.
Northwest Bank is top-notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames in the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Here from Harris Lake Park, brought to you by the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake, and first-year coach Tim Osterman.
Osterman, yeah.
Osterman's joining us in this post-game. Coach, come over here, and you're thinking it could be a tough game. You don't have your starting a couple of starters playing tonight, but seems like things went pretty well for you.
You know, we were pretty confident. Jackson's won a couple games for us on the last year in the playoffs, so he was able to quarterback a team that beat East Mills and then Fremont Mills to get us to the Dome last year. So we were pretty confident. He's an exceptional sophomore. Obviously, there's nobody really behind him after that, so we had to try to keep him upright, but he ran tough, and I really liked the performance of our guys after that, though.
Boy, the connection they had tonight between Bunkers and Braunmiller seemed like it was money in the bank.
Yeah, you know, we felt pretty good about Damon coming back this week. We liked the matchup. We didn't know exactly where Brody Sohn was going to be as far as matchup, so early on we saw that. We took our shots. And then later on, you know, he's continued to make some plays for us. So I was really happy with where Damon was at, where he came, and he practiced really hard this week, so we were really happy with where he was at.
Had 3 touchdowns for him and that connection between those two. You guys, things just went your way tonight and did good. Not one penalty, I think, is all you had.
Yeah.
A couple interceptions, but for the most part, a pretty solid game. Would you say on your team?
Yeah, I'd say I tipped my hat to my coaches. They got the kids ready. I was really happy with how they worked hard this week and got the players to really buy into what we were trying to do. And then again, tip my hat to the players. They did play hard. They came out and they were disciplined. That was what we were doing. Whenever you play Harris Lake Park, it's always about the second and third play that comes at you. Yeah, you can stop the first, but what happens with the second and the third? And hopefully the film will bear it out, but it looked like we were really, really disciplined in the situations we needed to be disciplined in, and they took their shots, and I saw that, and they were probably just a couple yards away from a little bit closer game in the early goings there. So
it should be a fun bus ride back, hour 10, hour 15 minutes?
Yeah, hour and 15 minutes or so back to Remsen. So
get back there and have to head downtown or go visit?
No, I don't know if I will do that by the time we're here. I don't know. I'll have to go put some film up though. But I'm sure these parents have a reason to celebrate tonight. So, and we're really happy for them. So.
All right, congratulations, Coach. Good times for Remsen in Remsen tonight, and have good travels back.
Hey, we appreciate it. Thanks for having our kids out here, and I know people like listening to you guys, so appreciate it.
All right, thanks, and we'll tell my family hi when you get back to Remsen.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, Coach, joining us here in this post-game show. We'll get back to Mitch here and go over some final numbers before Coach Gundersen comes up and talks with us. Quickly run down here the scoring drives for Remsen. The first quarter was Bunkers to Braunmiller for a touchdown. Then it was Bunkers to Braunmiller again, and then a 41-yard run by Fish. It was 22-0 after one quarter of play. That was the same score at halftime. Third quarter, it was Bunkers to Braunmiller for 19 yards, and then Koink a 6-yard run, and then boy, I wrote messy here. Ortman, a 25-yard pass from Bunkers, 43-0, and then a Bunkers 19-yard run in the fourth quarter made it 50, and then a safety toward the end made it 52-0 in this one. And Coach Gundersen coming up and joining us now. We just heard from Remsen's coach, and he had high praise for you guys. He knows that you got a 1-2 punches, but he was happy with his team's performance. Talk about your team's performance here, Coach.
It was a struggle. We just seemed like everything we did was kind of a little bit out of sync. If we did have someone running open, then we were getting sacked, and if we had time to throw, then we missed them, and we didn't run the ball like you have to keep the defense honest either. So we definitely just have to play better. They're a fine team. You got to give them all the credit. They do a lot of good things, keep you off balance defensively, and just mix things up well. So I was really impressed with them. We just for whatever the reason, the first 2 weeks we have not put things together consistently. When we do get it moving, we either make a mistake, get a penalty, or it's just we haven't been able to get into a good flow yet. But we'll keep working, and I really believe that we have a lot of upside yet that we can work on. So we'll keep grinding away and try to get better each week.
It seemed like at certain times there were great things. You're moving, you're gaining 10 yards. You're moving the sticks, and things were going well. But other times it seemed like a complete opposite, where you just couldn't get anything.
Yeah, it was a struggle. I thought in the second quarter especially we had a chance to get back in the game because we held them scoreless, and we had a couple chances where we got down there, and we had a sack the one time, and another time a penalty when we were close to scoring that could have really changed the game. And then in the third quarter we didn't match their physicality and gave up some big plays. They have, I mean, for that being a backup quarterback, he threw the ball very well, and 18 was a handful for us. He was kind of a mismatch. We had a hard time matching up with him. So they did a nice job. 18
was Brown Miller for Remsen that we just talked to the other coach about. You come into this game and you look at Remsen and you're like, oh, they're missing two of their starters in Harpenau and Austin Jensen. You think, well, okay. Mm-hmm. But boy, you're right. That backup quarterback in Bunkers, he was dead on, and he came out slinging right away too.
Yeah, he looked good, and like I said, Brown Miller, I don't think he played last week, but he stepped in and played great with 10 out, and I know they both played a lot last year. So, yeah, the scary thing is I think they can be even better, but we can't worry about that right now. We just have to work to get better each week, so we're playing our best football at the end of the season when the playoffs start.
Let's talk about next week. What do you got coming up?
We've got Kingsley Pearson at home, and from the way the scores look, it looks like they're much improved from last year. I know they went and played a Montezuma team that's highly thought of to a 1-point game the first week, so we'll have our hands full with them. We'll play better though. I firmly believe we're not going to keep playing like this. We'll get it figured out.
You got kind of a loaded schedule this year too. A lot. It seems like every week it's you got to be ready.
Yep. Yeah. These first two teams were excellent. They were, but we should have found a way to play better and given ourselves a chance, and we just didn't really do that either week, and that's not acceptable, and that's on me, and I have to get better, and we all have to get better.
Bubba came out of this game. How was he doing?
Yeah, he hurt his shoulder. We don't know for sure what depends how it heals. Yeah, it's just kind of up in the air right now. So
hopefully he's got that quick healing power that the youth have.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
All right, Coach. Thanks for joining us in this post-game show, and good luck as the season continues.
Thanks for the time, guys. Thanks for coming over to cover us.
Absolutely. Coach Gundersen joining us here in the halftime show. Got to hear from both coaches tonight. Something a little different. Tim Osterman joining us as well. Now Mitch will jump back in, and Mitch, you've had plenty of time now to crunch some numbers there. So
yeah, I appreciate our coach's time for this.
Let her rip. Let's hear from you.
Well, obviously, big things happened tonight for the number 2 ranked 8-man class, Remsen St. Mary's. 400 yards I had them for total offense, 220 total offensive yards coming from quarterback Jackson Bunkers, 5 total touchdowns, 4 through the air, 1 on the ground, 42 yards rushing on 10 carries, 178 yards passing, completing 8 of 12, and there were also 2 interceptions thrown. A couple other players to note for the Hawks: 81 yards on 13 carries and 1 touchdown for starting tailback Jeremy Koink, and 69 yards on 5 carries, 1 touchdown for Brendan Fish. Not to say it was the same case for Harris Lake Park. 152 total yards of offense for Bubba Sohn coming out of that game early. He finished 10 of 19, 1 interception thrown, 76 yards. For Lucas Gundersen, just a tough night. Really contained. Only 8 yards I had him on 10 carries, just because there were a lot of plays that just got blown up, and Remsen St. Mary's in the backfield all night tonight.
They're good. Mm-hmm. It's a good Remsen squad.
They're going to make another deep push this year, bar none.
Got to tip our hats to them. I also tip it to Tim Soper and Mitchell. Or Michael, what am I? You're Mitchell. Well, you too. Good job tonight, everybody.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Just one more quick scoring update. Emmitsburg does come back to win, 34-27. That's a great game heard tonight on Y100 over a good Algona squad that was obviously coming off another good 2019 year. So big things for Emmitsburg. Still no update from the Spirit Lake game on KUO, but hey, as always, I have fun with you, Tim. It looks like we're the Q102 team this fall for football.
Yeah, absolutely. We are. We're jumping around, catching a lot of different teams and seeing a lot of action. That Emmitsburg, though, boy, I think they're 2-0 right now, getting off a good start for them.
Absolutely. So a good game tonight, and next week you can catch us right back here in Q102 over at Hart Melvin Sanborn as they take on South O'Brien. So until then, great time as always with you, Tim.
You too, Miss, and nice job tonight. Thanks to everybody for listening, especially my mom and everybody from Remsen that actually tuned us in tonight, besides all the fans here in Lake Park. And Harris for having us on. That's going to do it for our broadcast of high school sports here. The Friday Night Lights are about to be shut off, just like we are. Thanks for joining us on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com. That was kind of a funky ending, but